All right, welcome back everyone to the Gatekeepers Court. I'm your host Taylor, and we have Mr. Dwayne back in the building.
Gavel bang. Court is back in session, y'all. Who's ready?
Oh Lord, it's been so much going on. This doggone transplant got everybody in a tizzy. Oh, I guess that's where we gonna start with. So how did you feel about that whole thing?
Waste of my goddamn time. I'm honestly like, I try to, put myself in the mindset of people, but like, when the writers were like, when I watched them, like, what were the writers like? Was this seriously their end goal? Like, they had us go through like 2, 3 episodes of, you know, being pressured to donate. I don't know. I'm not gonna donate. I'm not gonna donate. Only to have her donate. They did that little
I really
fake
hate when
out
that
of.
happens.
They faked us out with the whole. Oh, she's not awake yet. Post surgery. Blah blah blah. Gosh, I'm over this. Like, don't even get me started on that whole little dream episode. Hot
Yeah,
mess.
I kind of liked it. I was like, okay, I get where they going with that. Um, I think what kind of I guess surprised me about the whole thing was I actually thought because you remember those episodes where they was getting into it and then a lot of people be like, well, you never know when you're gonna need her, but they would usually say it to Kat. And so I was
Mm.
thinking it would be a situation where Kat would need Eva and not the other way around. So that's the only thing that kind of like threw me off about the whole situation because I was like, okay, well, when is that coming up?
I will say, even like transplant aside, I am disappointed overall with the aftermath of the tornado. Like, they could have done so much. Like, that's what y'all landed on. First, you got that clown who should have lost his primaries. He had a tree land on him. He's walking around just fine, like it's nothing. He was concussed, but no, he's busy walking around
He doing
like
a lot.
out in the streets, and I'm like, the very next day after you had a tree land on you, I'm like, I was expecting some memory loss, like personality shifts. They could have done so much with that tornado, and they did nothing. They
I
gave
think it's
us
gonna
a
like pop up in
transplant.
like little increments. Like I think he is not out of the woods for real. Cause
I
he never really laid down.
He did not. And
Mm-mm.
then like Andre, they know the man got his leg injured. Why they have him standing on his crutches the entire time at the hospital? I'm like, why you got him standing up on his bad leg when you got these other people sitting down? I'm like, let him sit. I'm like, so many decisions. I'm just like,
I think he
but
had a
no,
bad leg.
I really hope that it leads to Martin having like a kind of a Bill situation where he's having the symptoms, but he keeps it to himself, and then it all comes out. But that's my hope. But I don't have faith in the writers to pull that off. So we'll see.
I think it's yeah. I think it's gonna do. It's gonna be like incremental. Like they gonna play around with it a little bit.
I
But
still think he should have lost though. But them
why?
them voters of Barrington County, they must be smoking something.
They don't know him for real. They don't know him. That's what it is. I feel like if we knew majority of our politicians personally, we would not vote for them.
Come on now. I'm like, mm-mm. I was like, he is a horrible father. I was like, I can go into so much details, but I'm just like, okay, y'all don't get. I genuinely do not want him to make it to like the general election in November.
Yeah.
Like, I want something to come out where he has to like drop out of the race. So like, if they want to continue this whole Martin, I was like, cast a like badass opponent, preferably a person of color, to be his opponent, like someone that's gonna blow us all of the water. Like, ooh, give us like a nice debate scene. Like, if y'all
Yeah.
really want to
I would
continue
love a
this,
debate
like,
scene.
let's go full in. Like, they have yet to give us a court scene with Bill and Naomi. It was like, give us something. I'm like, but we'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, the only reason I didn't want him to lose is because then that means he gonna be at the house unemployed with too much time on his hands, and I just don't want him terrorizing the people. I don't.
It's true because he's horrible.
He don't know how to have free time and not terrorize people. Like it's not gonna work. He's not gonna be at home doing yoga. Like it's
Facts.
not.
Facts. Like he does not respect Smitty and his job at all. And I'm
No.
like, mm-mm. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, with the whole transplant thing, I'm just like, y'all could have did so much more than this. Like her doing the just giving a blood test. I thought it was gonna like reveal like, hey, you have like this condition or something that would have like been more interesting to give sheesh, Colby like an opportunity to like show off her acting chops rather than just being like the angry person all the time. Like it would have been nice seeing her go through like some legit medical things, like how Anita went through the whole breast cancer storyline.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they figure they still have Nene lying about her test results, so they can't have another grandchild having some medical issues that she's keeping to herself. So
I'm beyond sick of her. But no, I was no, because I was telling I think Delaney, I was like, yeah, girl, like I don't be commenting on writing because I'm like, this ain't the kind of writing I do. I write other stuff. I write songs that's over 3 minutes. Like I write a joke. I don't write for TV, so I don't know. But she was like, for TV, a lot of times they have to make like concessions or whatever. And I was like, well, that makes sense because it's a corporation. And this is the first like majority black soap opera on the network. So I was like, they probably got to make concessions, but I feel like the concessions are like way stricter just because it's black. Because you know how they do.
they
I don't
the
like,
writers.
I don't know about all that. I don't know if it's them. I feel
It's
like
just
it's
like, just even like the whole Impaler thing. I'm like, you first mentioned the Impaler like early February, and then you decided to make it a character that we never met before, barely heard about. I'm like, that's such a lame payoff. It'd have been nice for it to be somebody else that we've known to like truly shock us. Like I said, like the last time I was truly shocked on the show was when Haley dropped her mask, and I was like, "Whoa!"
yeah.
I was like,
That was crazy.
"Who is this?" I was
That
like,
was
"Cuz." I
she
was
had
like,
me
"Hold
going.
up." That was the last time the writers genuinely shocked me, and that was a long time ago. I'm just like, y'all could have did that with the Impaler. You could have had it been someone like Kyle or somebody, Carlton. Just show them having a nice double life, but no. You made it a white character, number one, and then a person that we never met before. And I'm like, why do you think I should care about this Impaler character now? I could care less. I don't care at all. So it's like, I'm just waiting for them to introduce that new, like, truly frightening character where we're like, ooh. Because, Leslie they've sanitized her character. So we need somebody to come in and really ramp things back up.
I'm thinking they're still flushing out a lot of people's crazy. Like I think that's happening too, because we haven't seen the fullness of Bill's crazy, and Nicole has like shown like pockets of it, but she has that thing where she just has to be in a certain space all the time, so that's gonna take a while to fully come out. We've seen Danny's crazy. I think they still fleshing out some people's bad side, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, I think overall I'm just confused by the writers' decisions with some of the characters. Like Nicole, like why did they decide to put in that whole point of her having to leave the cotillion due to some patient? That wasn't necessary at all. They
I
never
know
gave
they
us
coming
any
back to that.
follow up on that. I was like, that was such a weird decision. oh my gosh, there's an emergency. I have to go on a patient. And then when we saw her again, never mentioned the patient. And I'm just like, things like that just irritate me. I'm like, that was a stupid decision. Like, why?
I honestly don't think that was an accident. I think that's gonna come up at some point because it was very suspicious. Like, and honestly, a lot of stuff she does is suspicious. For the longest time, I really thought she was the impaler. I was like, Nicole, what you got going on?
I mean, I had a feeling the impaler was a female as we were going on.
Uh-huh.
But then I was like, ooh, that'd have been nice if it's her. But then, like,
Yeah, I thought
they
it was
just
her
went
for the longest.
way out, you know, like, but yeah. I just want them to, like this whole Kill Bill plot, that should be, why are we still on that? Why?
I want to know why he's agreeing to jump out of a plane. Like, sir, you don't have the bones for that. What are you doing?
Everything, I'm just like, I want them to speed that up. Like,
Your bone density
okay,
is reducing.
like I'm so mad about what they did with Lynette. Like they had her, she was like on to Haley and Sandy, but then they just ripped her away from us for no reason whatsoever. That's why I was like, I don't know if it was like an availability issue with the actress or whatever, but I'm like,
Should have been. She
we were so close to like actually seeing Haley sweat because she was gonna like be worried that her whole Kill Bill plot was gonna be figured out. But no, now she's back to her boob juice drops as normal, and I'm like,
boob juice.
that is what it's called. Every time she pulls that damn vial out of her boobs, I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, stop it. I'm so sick of seeing that damn vial. I am so sick of it. I'm
Oh
like,
God, not the
we
boob
need to
juice.
speed something up. Like, have Bill pass out, end up in a coma, or something. Like, they taking too long with that particular storyline. The fact that they introduced the Impaler and wrapped that up, and they still haven't gotten anywhere with the whole Kill Bill thing. I'm just like, y'all are slacking, and my patience has run thin.
I can't take this. He really said boob juice. Okay. I don't know why that was so hilarious, but it was.
I forgot which gatekeeper like initially put that term. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, boob juice. I'm gonna start calling it because she always like, just like she always does that. I was like, lady, you ain't got no pockets. Why you always got it up in there? I'm just
Nah,
like,
you know what Haley don't have? She don't have no grandmas, no great grandmas. Because
mm-mm.
girl, cook that man food and go on about your
Thank
business.
you. Like I'm like. I was like, maybe I watched too many shows where I'm like, you could have been killed this man. Like, you're
You
like,
ain't even
oh,
need to
have some
call what's his
tea.
face.
Have some tea. I'm like, girl, if you don't bake this into some cakes or something, like, speed this up. I was just like,
Like
I
you,
was
you.
like, that's why I'm like, I don't understand how you're supposed to be this scammer because I'm not seeing any kind of brains whatsoever.
But it sounds like she never killed none of them though. Like she just kind of stole the
No,
stuff
yeah,
and
she
went on
just
about her
stole their
business.
money and disappeared.
So I don't know why this time particularly she was like, okay, yeah, I gotta kill. I guess because the life insurance is like the biggest payout. But yeah, like I don't think she's never done this part of things before. Like she's never killed nobody. All she did was
No.
take their money and go on about her business. So
And then, like, she's so delusional to think that she could kill Bill and just instantly get $10 million. I'm like, girl.
they gonna do an
I was like,
investigation.
you don't think Danny and Naomi is gonna fight that if Bill was to drop dead? I was just like, you could kill him, but that don't mean the money's gonna show up in your account tomorrow. There's gonna be an investigation into his death,
Mhm.
like all of that. So I'm just like, the fact that that hasn't occurred to her, she's just like, he needs to drop dead already so I can get my money. And I'm like, girl, it does not work like that. It's like, I need you to have some smarts now. It's like, be realistic.
She always freaking out. That's the other thing that be annoying me. She like, oh, I gotta do such and such with him tonight. I'm like, girl, that's what you signed up for. Like, You do this all the time. Are you? Is it
Yeah.
tired? Like, what are we doing?
Like when she's telling Randy, she's like, "Ugh, I can't. You don't believe you won't believe what I have to do with him later." And I'm like, you were the one who were complaining to Bill how he hasn't touched you. If you would have just kept your mouth shut, you wouldn't have to
Yeah.
do anything with him. I was just like, you would have just been floating around. But I was like, if you don't like having sex with him, why do you keep going to him saying, "Hey, let's have sex"? I'm just like, I was like,
Where is
it
he
doesn't make
going?
sense to me. I was like, yeah, she is just something.
And
But
her, Danny and Bill in this elevator mess, like, I'm just like,
Danielle,
I am
Danielle,
so mad at Danielle.
I'm
I wish
so
all her
disappointed in
damn
her.
cares
That's
because
why I have to
it
use
was
her
so
full government name.
unnecessary. Like, all the stuff you could have been doing to save yourself, you're literally trapped in an elevator and you doing this.
And that's why I'm like, I honestly think she eventually will break down and tell Andre, like, cause they like have their marriage of trust and all of that.
Yeah.
Like, so he told her about Ashley, and they came to that whole agreement, and they put that to. But I think eventually the guilt will get to her, and she will tell Andre. I know a lot of people think there's gonna be a baby in 9 months, and I was like, we're not gonna get that far. I was like, if anything, we might get to her missing like whatever or doing some kind of pregnancy test, and like if they truly give us an abortion storyline, that would be interesting. Like
Like
actually,
she gonna have to get it in secret.
yeah, I was
Like,
like, if they go that route, I'm like, okay. And if she like does it in secret and doesn't let Bill or Andre know, I'd be like, wow. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think that everyone's like, there's gonna be a baby in 9 months. I'm like, guys, we are not getting any. There's not gonna be no baby in 9 months. That baby is gonna cease to exist in a couple of months if there is one. But yeah, I am so just
she
disappointed in her.
better
I'm
go
just
straight to
like,
the clinic.
why? And then like she keeps going over to his office, and I'm like, girl, phone. You can pick the phone up. Like,
Right.
hey, like you don't have to storm into his office. I'm just like things like that. And like Bill keeps smirking all the time, like "You bastard." I was like,
In
I
the
see you
comments, like,
smirking. It's like I see you smirking. Stop it. Oh gosh, like even like when Nomas was talking to Andre and him talking about how he was going to propose to Cat, and I was glad Bill told him he was like, you shouldn't take advice on proposals from either one of us. I'm like, yes,
no.
because neither one of y'all have healthy marriages. But I was like, but yeah, I just want. Yeah, well, we'll see. What I really want them to flesh out more of the character. Like you said, like we don't know anything about Bill. That's what I'm saying. Like, does Bill have any family members? Like,
I know he
we
had
know
a dad
shit
that
about
I
him.
guess was always disappointed in him, but
Yeah, that's what I'm
he
like.
haven't met him yet. So that's a whole other thing. Did they ever? Cause I forget this. Did they ever say what happened with his mom? Like, did she actually succeed in offing herself?
They didn't. I don't think they were crystal clear with it. I think they kind of just alluded to it, and I was like, "Are we just supposed to connect the dots and be like, oh, okay, well?" I was like, "She's not alive anymore." I was like,
Yeah. So I don't know. I know she struggled with depression, and he said he witnessed her trying to like do it a couple of times. Um. So, but I don't know exactly how old he was either, because I know it was way back in the
exactly.
day. So,
Because I know there's a lot of people that are wondering, like, well, yeah, I think she is officially dead, but they're
okay.
like, does he have no cousins, no siblings? I'm wondering that about practically every character. Like, Smitty, you got a mom, you got a sister, you got a brother, like, like give us these other
Right.
family. I'm like, I'm not saying they need to cast them, but at
Right.
least like mention them. Like how Mother's Day just passed, they could have showed us a scene of Smitty talking to his mom on the phone, like, "Hey mom, happy Mother's Day," blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, you're still close with your mom. Your mom's alive. It's just like a scene like that would have been nice, but they gave us nothing. And I do not know what time it is currently in the show because I'm very confused. Because I thought it was summer vacation, But now they're talking about, oh, graduation hasn't happened yet, and I'm like, I thought we were already on summer vacation. So I'm just like,
Because he ain't graduated.
exactly, and I'm
He
like,
got to graduate first, and
like,
then
when the hell is this? Like, because obviously right now we're end of June, so I'm just like, what month and day is it in Fairmont Crest? Because I am very confused. Because
I'm not gonna lie. Some of these schools do be doing that. They graduate so late, but I think the latest graduations be in like mid June. I don't think it be at the end of June.
I
So
know, like in Maryland, like the DMV area, like most graduates graduate like middle of May.
yeah,
That's why I was like, he hasn't graduated yet. I was like, huh, that's weird. I was just like, because we kept seeing them lounging at home, so I thought they were completely done with school. And then,
you probably are just waiting them out.
and then like seniors normally graduate before the final day of school. That's why I was like, the fact that he hasn't graduated yet, but we've seen both him and Samantha just lounging around at home like they're on summer vacation. I'm like, so was that just a complete goof that the writers did not notice at all, or were we just supposed to ignore it?
Wait, you graduated before the last day of school?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't do that. Like my senior year, I was done like 2 maybe 3 weeks before graduation because they kind of let us do our finals early. And yeah, I was just sitting at home.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, like the last day of school for like everybody else. Like I think our graduation was like the end of May, and then everybody else's like final day of school was like a week and a half after that.
Yeah, like ours, everybody was done on the same day, and then graduation came. But we were done before that, but like school still went on, and so until everybody was done, we didn't walk. So
Oh
we literally
wow,
just sat there. Like yeah, I was sitting at home for like weeks. So
that's wild.
yeah, great time. So that's why it was weird to me. I was like, well, guess he just done with everything. Like
Now I'm like genuinely like. Well, I mean, obviously this was like a lot. I was like, maybe they changed something. I was like, I don't know.
yeah, I know in wait, in college did we? No, college it was still like that. Like, yeah, you just be done and you just be waiting. But I mean, we're in Georgia too, so it depends on where you.
Yeah, I know Georgia. Yeah, Georgia. They finish early
Yeah,
because yeah, they normally start school back like
August.
or yeah, or sometimes late July or something like that. So it's like,
Hmm. But yeah, I the kids are cute though. I don't have a problem with the kids right now. Martin. Oh yeah. So I know you said like you want to know more about Smitty or whatever, and I'm in agreement with that because I feel like he comes from a really weirdly conservative family. Like I feel like he's one of those people.
a lot of people have been thinking that too. Like they think like his family are a bunch of racists, and they hardly like disapprove of his relationship with Martin. And I was like, interesting. And it was like, it has nothing to do with the gay. I think they just have a problem with black people. And I
Yeah,
was like, that would be an interesting thing. I was
I
like,
think
I don't know.
they don't like black people because he has never even mentioned them.
No, that's the weird part. He never mentions his family at all. I'm like, do y'all have a close relationship? I'm just like, can you go home for Christmas? Is that an option? like, it's like, we'll see.
I
But I
don't
think
know.
I'm more mad at the show for not acknowledging things like Mother's Day, Father's Day,
Oh yeah, they
Juneteenth.
didn't.
I was like, y'all did the Easter brunch. I was like, yeah, that was
They
like
did
back in April.
Thanksgiving. They did Christmas. They did
Yeah.
Easter.
I'm like, Mother's Day, right there.
I, they even did Mardi Gras.
That's what I'm like, for a predominantly black show, you guys haven't acknowledged any like black holidays. Like, didn't mention MLK Day at all. That's what I'm just like, I don't understand
Oh,
it. It was just weird to me. And I'm just like, is this like another thing how you
mm,
mentioned the concessions where you guys just aren't allowed to? But I'm just like,
that
I
made me
just feel
side
like
eye them. a little bit now.
I'm like, why y'all ignoring all the black holidays? Like, I mean, Christmas, they had that small little Kwanzaa decoration in the background. I was like, okay, I see y'all shining out Kwanzaa. But then, like, things like MLK, like, but you want to celebrate Mardi Gras. I'm like,
Especially because Martin is named after MLK.
thank you. So I was
Why
just
would they not
like,
celebrate
I
that?
was like, I'm not liking y'all decisions at all. I'm just like,
And that's the
This
only
is season two,
MLK
so I was like,
that's
obviously,
ever.
we're gonna have to wait again until season three to see if they actually come around. Obviously, like,
Mhm.
since this whole tornado thing, they couldn't really reference Juneteenth or anything like that. But
Yeah. And
I'm
see,
like,
now
next
I'm thinking
year,
that wasn't an accident.
come on now. I was like, come on, like, y'all gotta do something. Cause I'm just like, cause it'd have been nice to have like a nice Juneteenth festival or something. Just like a nice celebration, and don't even get me started on how the club is miraculously fixed in less than a week. But
The French
I
Quarters
was
was
like,
miraculously fixed
I was
after
like,
Katrina.
the place where the tornado was a direct hit was looking mighty fine a few days later. I mean, I knew that was going to be the case. The second the tornado came through, I was like, guarantee you, next week we're going to be back at the club and everything's going to be pristine, and no one's even going to mention the fact that the tornado ripped through
You
and
do that.
destroyed everything. I was like, it's just
Well, I
funny.
I would I can say that that is definitely reminiscent of how the cities do it. Cause you remember when Katrina happened, and the French Quarters was just up and running, while people were still sitting on their house, you know, waiting on FEMA checks, like waiting on rescue. I'm just like, so, like,
And I seen somebody mention this today on. They were saying like, how is the club reopened, but Bill and Haley still can't get into their house? And I was like, very good question.
and then Naomi mentioned the homeless people and how they're still struggling to kind of even come back to where they were. Like,
I was like, I was like, the math's not mathing to me. But I was like,
it's giving classism.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But like
It's
overall, I just want the Beyond the Gates to like, like stop being so predictable. Like we all knew that Kat was gonna like agree to do the transplant.
Yeah, I knew that.
So forcing us to go through 3 days of like, I'm not gonna do it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, I'd have been more surprised if she said no and stuck to her grounds. But no, y'all went the predictable route. And I was like, oh, what a shocker. Something happened while she was recovering. I'm like, I've been able to predict so many of their moves. I'm just like, I want you guys to like really be bold and brave. Stop taking the easy way out. Like the tornado. That would have been a
Mhm.
perfect opportunity to like truly like, kill somebody. Like, but no, they went the whole Eva route being badly. I still don't understand how that happened for starters. They were in a stairway. I never seen anything hit Eva or land on her, but all of a sudden she has internal bleeding and needs a transplant. I'm like, what happened? I was like, nothing hit her. How did she get injured? I'm just like,
They
whatever.
said that she was hit by something, and then they said that her liver somehow got impaled to the point of no return.
Yes,
So
and I
I'm
was like,
thinking
how
that
did that happen? Because we literally saw them go into the stairway and they were just fine. And then, like, the thing came down, it didn't touch either one of them. So I'm like, when did the impaling happen? When, like,
well, I'm thinking it had to be a rib. Like one of her ribs had to impale her liver because it was an internal thing.
yeah,
Because she
it
wasn't
had to have been
literally
something like
impaled.
that. Because it was like,
So that's what I was thinking. But see, I'm still stuck on the fact that it happened during Juneteenth weekend. Because why would y'all do that?
mm,
And he's a black politician. Why would
come
he
on
not
now.
have something Juneteenth themed? It's a federal holiday now.
Exactly.
Now I'm
That's
starting
why
to
I was
really
like,
think Martin is red.
that's why I'm like, are you guys still like in May in the show or something? Because I'm confused. I'm just like, what's going on? Because I mean, I know, because I want to say in Maryland, they had their primary elections like a couple weeks ago, I want to say, like 3 weeks ago. So it would have been in June. So I was like, that timeline checks out. But I'm just like, everything else, I'm just like, it's not adding up to me.
Yeah, no. Something is something is definitely up. But yeah, and then you know how like they're like kind of a certain level of intelligence and they share like quotes of philosophers and stuff like that. And I'm like,
Hmm.
you know how he's named after MLK? I've never seen him use an MLK quote.
Nope.
Or, anybody mentioning Angela Davis, Malcolm X, like any of these people and their quotes. Like it's always some ancient philosopher.
Yeah, and any black reference we do get is like a stereotypical one. Like even today, how Dana Leslie, Sherry, Anna Lulu mentioned Monique and the Parkers. And I was like, oh wow, a Parkers reference. It's like,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I was
They
like,
are they are honestly, and I hate to say it, but they are like the blackest part of the show, if I'm being honest. Like Leslie and Eva, they're like the ones who are okay with the fact that they're black.
mm-hmm.
I think everybody else kind of tries to shy away from like the stereotypes, or
Yes, that's why, like, I know a lot of gatekeepers have been saying, like, they truly want them to introduce another black, powerful family to go up against the Duprees. I'm like, I would love that so much. It would just give us that nice burst of energy that we're just missing from the show. Because the Duprees, they keep talking about, oh, they're this big, powerful family, but I'm like, I don't really get, like, I'm not scared of any of them. Just like, but like Vernon be acting like, oh, I'm gonna put you in your place, and I'm like, are you though? I'm just like, that's what I'm like. If y'all want me to truly buy that Vernon is like bad and big, like show him being bad and big, like show me him like choking somebody or something. I'd be like, ooh, okay, Vernon, we won't mess with
but
you.
see, they don't want to tarnish his image, and that's what I keep
Exactly.
saying about like the whole thing where it's just like they so scared to just have some edge, like and
Yes, give us that edge.
Edge is not exclusive to black people, but I just feel like it's kind of that thing of where they're scared to basically show that they're black,
That's like,
like
it's crazy to me. They want them to be in this little tight little box. I'm just like, and they keep trying to use the dialogue. It's like, ooh, you will see a side of me you will regret. And I'm like, will we though? Will we? I'm just like, come on. It's like, even like Bill being a fixer. I'm like, Bill, you're horrible as a fixer. Don't even get me started on that. But I'm just like, it's like, no, we want the edge. Like, actually show some like badassery, like kind of like how the show started off with like Leslie when they revealed, like, I was like, damn, you done ran this chick off the road. And I'm like stuff like that, like, damn, she's not to be messed with. I'm like, you done like injected her with potassium. I'm
you don't
like,
you don't care.
I was like, show us more of that with other characters. It's like, but no, they want to be all safe, and I'm like, the dialogue is not doing it. It's like, I'm not buying it. I need more than just words, because the words ain't making me scared of nobody. I'm just like,
Like I hate to say it like this, but I just really need y'all to get into some nigga shit. Like just be niggas, please.
I'm just like, I'm so lost. I'm just like, and then y'all keep putting these white people in the forefront, and I'm just like, why? I'm just,
I don't mind seeing the whites. We ain't got that many.
well, I
And
mean,
not,
like, I
not that
don't
I want
mind,
to, but I'm
but
saying
I'm
we
just
ain't got that
like,
many.
just for them to have she who shall remain nameless to be crying about my best friend Derek, may he rest in peace. But for her to be crying about him for weeks upon weeks, it's like, oh my god! I was like, bitch, why you acting like you really love that man? You was complaining
Yeah.
about scratches on a fridge. Shut up. And
Why
then
not
like
a
for her to
friend?
like do a full 180 and be like, oh Grayson, you could kiss me now. I'm just like, just 2 days ago you was crying about Derek. Now 2 days later, you're like okay, Grayson, I'll give you another chance. I'm like, make up your mind. I don't need to see any of that. I
I
was like,
blame Jan for that though. I blame Jan. Jan always in the mix in her business, telling her, "Oh, well, you just need to give it a chance." Like, girl, I'm still trying to meet this man off this cruise you keep talking about.
that's another thing I'm so mad about because when she first mentioned the guy on the cruise, and then like Ashley and Grayson came in the picture, I was like, "Ooh, Grayson is the guy on the cruise, and he lied about his name." I thought that was what gonna happen, but no, didn't. I was like, that'd have been a perfect thing to do for Grayson to actually be Owen, and then he meets Jan. I was like, that would have been so juicy, but no, y'all didn't go that route. And I'm like,
Mhm.
that's what's killing me about the writers. I'm like, the possibilities are endless, but it's like you guys are scared to go there. I'm just like, I don't understand why. I'm like, give
I
us that
wonder,
juicy stuff.
I wonder if they have like a probationary period.
Gotta be something. Because I'm like, y'all really think we want something like this? I'm like, no. Like, give us the juice. Like, I don't know if you've watched The Polygamist on Netflix yet or not.
Not yet, but I want to.
But like, I haven't finished watching it. But like, after every episode, I'm just like, oh my god. I'm
Oh,
like, that's
girl.
the feeling I want after I watch an episode of Beyond the Gates. Like, after every episode I've seen of The Polygamist so far, I've just been like gobsmacked. Like, damn. And the thing that kills me is like The Polygamist, every episode is only like 25, 26 minutes long.
Oh.
But in those 26 minutes, they like, whoosh, it's juicy. That's what I'm like. That's why the fact that y'all are accomplishing that in like 26 minutes, but Beyond the Gates has a way longer runtime and they're dropping the ball left and right. I'm like, I don't get it. I'm like, I don't get it at all. It's like maybe like are y'all scared because y'all are on CBS? I'm just like,
I
and
feel
y'all
like
always like,
them.
I'm just like, are y'all just like, oh, because we're like the predominantly black. I'm like, we don't want to like do this, do that. I'm just
They ain't trying to step on no toes. I feel like it's
like,
CBS. I
no.
I really and truly feel like it's them.
Because I'm like, we're past that. You guys are in season two. Like, we are past 300 episodes, and I'm just like, you're losing our interest because of your trash writing. It's like, no, you guys need to get together. And I know they got the 2 season pickup, but in my head, I'm like, even though you got the 2 season pickup, that don't mean you're safe because
Mm-mm.
I've seen networks give renewals and take them away.
They're
So I'm like,
weird, right?
that's why I'm like, listen, just because y'all got that 2 season pickup, don't mean you actually gonna be filming 2 seasons unless y'all get y'all act together. Because the ratings could start going down, and CBS is gonna be like, you know what? We're only gonna give you one more season. We'll revisit the second season at a later date. So I was like, y'all better get your shit together because y'all a little too comfortable now thinking. And of course, with the whole tornado crossover, which was a gigantic waste of space. I was like,
I
y'all
was
had these
excited for the
characters.
crossover though because I
I was excited too, and I thought they would do more, but they did nothing. I was
but yeah,
like,
but I don't watch Young and the Restless, but I've
I don't
seen
watch
it
it
like
either.
in passing and
Yeah.
stuff, and so that's why I be referring to Victor as my uncle because I always saw him on the screen. So I was just glad that he was there because I was like, oh, my uncle is here.
Don't even get me started on the whole Victor. I was like,
How you
I
get
was
whisked away in 5 minutes? Like, what is
I was
this?
like, how? How did this man magically teleport in less than 5 minutes? I was like, why are y'all insulting our intelligence? That man introduced Martin. Martin went up to the podium, and literally 2 minutes later, he was like, guys, there's been a tornado warning. And then we're hearing, oh, he's back home. I'm like, how the hell did Victor get back home so fast? How?
10
I was
minutes.
like, by the time he introduced Martin, he probably would have still been walking out of the building when Martin was like, hey, there's a tornado warning. How the hell does this man make it back to Wisconsin? I'm just like,
In
that
five
is
minutes.
funny. I'm just like, I mean, I get it, you didn't want him on, maybe you couldn't afford him to be on the show longer, whatever the reasons are, but I'm like,
Yeah, he probably cost a check.
don't do that. I'm like, oh, he's safe back at home. I'm like, how? Oh, he was able to take off. How? Because
Right.
remember, he landed on the helicopter, Vernon met him, and then they drove to the club. So I'm like, he would have had to drive back to the helicopter, go back to the airfield. So you trying to tell me he did all of that in less than 5 minutes? I'm like, okay, whatever you say. Just like, it's just things like that. I'm just like, that's what really pisses me off. Like, just silly mistakes like that. I'm like obviously when I watch some shows, I'll suspend my disbelief, but things like that, I'm like, no, no, I'm not letting that slide because that is nonsensical. It's like no sense whatsoever. I can't let that slide. It's like, nope,
No,
can't
I
do it.
mean, yeah, because in my mind, I was just like, I thought they had to approve like takeoff, and you
That
have to
is how normal
approve.
it is. You have to, even with a private jet, you have to be approved for
They have to,
takeoff.
yeah,
You
they
can't
have
just
to
show up and be
approve
like, okay,
it.
let's go. I'm just like,
Because
I'm
I'm
just
like,
like,
if they wouldn't approve it during, that's the whole point of an approval. Like, it's not safe.
like I would have taken like, oh, Victor is at the airport, he's sequestered, he's safe. I'd have been like, okay, but to have him back home, I'm like, no, no. It's just like y'all are insulting my intelligence, and I am offended. It's like, stop it. It's just like, and
Yeah,
I
I
was
would
like,
be
it
like,
cracks me up because like when they was doing the whole promos for the crossover, I was thinking like so much more was gonna happen. I was like, literally nothing happened. I was like,
I
you
thought
guys
something
want
more would happen with Haley. I thought Haley was gonna be the one who cheated, but it ended up
I
being
was like,
Bill.
what? I was like, y'all didn't do enough with these characters. Y'all brought them over and like you just had them like standing there and like I'm like y'all could have did so much more with this crossover, but you let me down. I was like, I don't know why I got my hopes up, but whatever. But yeah. But yeah, I genuinely like because even like Haley, she did have some good chemistry with Kyle, and was like,
Hmm.
and I was like, you know, I was like, maybe like if he was to visit Fairmont Crest again, I wouldn't mind,
Yeah,
you know. Or
I
I'm
can
like, girl, why don't
figure.
you step out on Bill? You always focus on. It's like you can still act like you're the daughter and wife while Kyle is breaking your back.
He shot your laughing, you know?
Exactly. It's like I'm like you talking about you don't want to have sex with him. I'm like, okay, go have sex with somebody else then, so you can still be satisfied, and then like you can just make Bill think everything is all gravy.
Because maybe that's why she's so impatient. Like, you not satisfied. And so maybe if you actually did get satisfied, then
Exactly.
on this side of things, you could run your scam like you supposed to.
Yeah. I'm like,
Hmm.
get your status, get somebody else to knock your rocks off, and then, come back to Fairmont and be like, hey, Bill, how you doing, So you can be locked in. I was like, she is just not, mm-mm. But yeah, no, even the whole, like, and that's like how today they mentioned Peaches. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
wow,
they, yeah.
y'all remember Peaches existed. Because when the whole thing happened with Eva, the entire time, I was like, so where's Peaches at? Like
Yeah, like,
she's supposed to be like Leslie's mom. Like they ain't mention her once. I'm just like, you're not even gonna call her, and they didn't even mention her even like aftermath of the tornado. Like, oh, spoke to Peaches, she's safe. We got a June mention, like June is safe. I was like, okay,
hmm
nothing about Peaches. And then today they mention her, and then Eva says she's in rehab. I'm like, rehab for what? Like, I'm confused. Like, how's she in rehab? She was doing it. She was doing a clinical trial.
probably for her
Clinical trial was
surgery.
going great. How she end up in rehab? I'm just like,
It's probably like a medical rehab for her. Because wasn't it something with her heart or something like
well, I
that?
mean, I know it's like a medical rehab. I'm just like, but
Mm.
how? I'm like, you can't just like, oh yeah, she's at the rehab center. I'm like, she's at the rehab center. Why? I was like, last time we saw her, she was doing just fine. So what the hell happened? I was just like, for
Listen,
them to just casually say that, I'm just like, but no, I really want Leslie to go broke. I genuinely want somebody to come into town and scam her. Like, genuinely outplay her.
America.
That will give me so much. Oh my gosh. What's going on here?
For me,
Cancel.
I mean, mine seems
Oh,
okay.
I don't know what happened to my internet.
but that's because it's on my end. But
My internet
I
froze for
mean,
a
it's
second.
saying 99
But anyway.
percent. So, but his does too. So
What? Why does it keep saying? Oh,
I
trying to
don't know.
reconnect. Okay.
Oh,
We're
okay,
connected.
there it is.
I was like, I don't know what happened. But no, I genuinely want somebody to like come to town and scam her out of her money. And that would bring me so much joy. For her to
Well,
be
see,
out of it.
the problem with that is there are rules to the trust. So she only gets a certain amount every so often that it is. So she literally cannot go broke even if she wanted to. So somebody just has to keep scamming her quarterly.
Yeah, that's the other thing because I know Anita stopped funding it, but I'm like,
Yeah, she
all this
stopped
money
funding
that
it, but
she's
it's a
been
lot in
blowing,
there.
I'm just like, she's been blowing way too much money. It's like we need to update on like what's that balance looking like? Because she just acting like she's been spending the money like she has money coming in. I'm like, girl, you ain't got no money coming in. You got a free clinic. That's not giving you any money. I'm just like you can't just keep spending as a millionaire. Obviously, you know most millionaires they have sources of income. You can't just keep spending your money like it's not multiplying. You're just spending money left and right. Oh, I got this wing at the hospital. Ooh, look at my fancy dress, and I'm like, it's got to start adding up eventually. Where she goes to write a check or something, and they're like, "Yeah, sorry, it bounced." She's like, what do you mean? So I need that to happen like soon because we all know she had like all of like debt collectors
Well,
calling
medical
her like
debt, and it
yeah
was
we all know
something else. Yeah.
she is bad with money management so like
But I would say it's gonna take a minute though, cause she was putting money into that for like some decades. Like it started a while ago. That's why I'm like it's gonna run out, but it's gonna take a minute, cause they not just giving it all to her at once. Like so she can't really go broke for real. She just can exhaust that amount for that time period, but that's about the worst that can happen right now.
and then what kills me is that that whole Leslie thing is like Anita and them did like confirm she is Barbara's daughter.
Uh huh.
Why didn't they do that with Eva? Nobody got their own
They
separate
should have
DNA
did
test.
that. They definitely should have did that.
I'm just
Ted
like,
should have done that. That
thank
was so
you. I'm
ridiculous.
like, y'all just accepted these test results that was brought to you. And like, I think Nicole has some throwaway line like, oh, she has the same genetic markers. They can't fake that. I'm like, that don't mean jack. Genetic markers doesn't mean anything. No. I was like, no. Y'all should have did your own DNA test.
Yeah, they definitely should have. Ted of all people, because I'm like, first of all, Ted, you didn't make sure the abortion happened. Let's just start there.
Uh,
You didn't see the abortion through. Then you had her ran out of town without seeing the abortion through. So now you don't know if you got a baby or not. Then you just act like she don't exist for 2 decades as if she really can't just pop up and blow your whole spot up. Then she does exactly that. You got a daughter all of a sudden and you don't get a DNA test. You are not a
mm.
thorough man. I don't think I
Not
want
at
you
all.
operating on me.
Like that was the thing. Like T-shirt Ted sucks. Like turtleneck Ted would have gotten a damn DNA test. He would have been like, But no, T-shirt Ted immediately went to, oh my god, like I'm spending time with my daughter. Like let's have breakfast. Let's like he was like immediately shifting into oh let's catch up on all the years we missed. And I'm like,
That's
but
it. Yeah.
you didn't even confirm that this is your actual child. That's why even like this whole transplant thing, everything was like with my daughters, and I was like, I really wanted it to come out that like Eva wasn't his child, or let I wanted genuinely I wanted Eva to be neither one of their childs, just so we could be like, yo, if he's not your dad and she's not your mom, whose child are you? Like that would have been juicy. Like okay, something happened, but no, they gave us nothing. They just gave us this whole, oh, you have a piece of my liver, but we're not sisters still. I'm like, this is the path y'all wanted to go just to like continue doing this whole Cat versus Eva thing. I'm like, It's like y'all had such potential, but you did nothing.
Well, cat do be dragging it though. Like it's like, girl, we get it. You don't like her. Great. Can you get in your bed? Like I don't. It'd be so weird to me. Like she just goes out of her way to be like, yeah, but I still hate you. Like, great. Why you keep being in her
Yeah,
face? That
it's
makes
like,
my nerves
okay, you hate
bad.
me. Great. Wonderful. But we still have to operate in the same spaces. So just leave it at that. Like, I might run into you to Uptown. We could be cordial. Hey, bye. It's like, you don't need to see me and be like,
Exactly.
ugh, what are you doing here? It's like, it's like, I already know you don't like me. You don't have to, like, say hateful things to me every time you see me.
That's
Because
what it
I already
is.
know you don't like me. The message has been received. Let's move past that. It's just like,
It be too much for me. I just be like, and people be thinking like, oh, you just want them to have like this sisterly bond. I'm like, no, I want her to leave her the fuck alone. Like that's what I want. It's not hard to just be like the whole birthday thing. I was like, that was so unnecessary. Why can't you just let her walk out the door? She was already leaving. That be the weird stuff to me. I'm like, no, and I also just don't like the air of classism, between the two because like Cat is classist. I don't care what nobody says. That child is classist. Like every insult, even after she slept with your man, is cross the tracks that, or broke girl this, or you grew up in the gutter. Like
mhm.
you have so much more vocabulary here with everything that she's done to you, and you stay in that box. Like yes, you're choosing it. You're classist.
Like, keep rehashing all the shit that has happened already. I'm just like, even her staying with No Mas, I'm like, oh, God, I'm like,
That's why she can't bring that up. Not to me. Like I
like
can't.
when what was it? I think it was yesterday's episode when she was like, nothing but green flags with him, and I'm like, I'm like, girl,
So
are
you
you
really
watching the same guy? Nothing but green flags. I'm like, girl. I'm like, he is not the one. I was like, if you see nothing but green flags, you're lying to yourself. Like, stop it.
just
Stop it.
delusional.
I was like, you
So
are beyond delusional. I was like, that man is not the one. And that's why I'm like, I just don't understand. Like, why is she acting like she can't go out and get another man? Like, I know he took your virginity and all of that, but I'm just like, okay, like, you can easily go get another guy.
for real. And it's like I feel like everybody in that family is delusional about love though. Like their relationships, they be real delusional. The only people that don't be like fully delusional is like probably like Naomi, or I would say even Nicole. Like Nicole is not delusional. She know exactly what she be doing. Like Naomi knows she don't like Jacob. It's just
Thank
like
you. I mean,
like
when she admits that to herself, then we'll make progress. But I'm like,
but she
girl,
don't
we
say
all know
it.
you don't like.
Which we're okay
We
with.
know you don't like this man. It's like, stop it.
Yeah.
It's like,
And I'm
okay.
like
Every
she
time
don't
you
feel
check that damn burner, I wanted to just smack her. It's like, no, he didn't text me. Oh, I haven't heard from him. I'm like,
she like him when he
oh,
absent and about to die. That's what that
thank you. And then I'm like, and then like even like when he didn't go to the fundraiser, and I was like,
Mhm.
oh great, here we go again. She's not gonna be able to reach Jacob. He's not gonna be able to reach her, and he's gonna be mad at himself for not going, and blah blah blah. Just like I was like, girl, you don't like this man. Why don't you just admit who you're truly in love with? Vanilla yogurt, because we know you
Ashley.
love her. It's like,
Yeah.
come on now. It is
We
so
love her.
obvious. It's like that's why people were saying they should have made Naomi like the bisexual one instead of Chelsea. I was like, they should have, because
Yeah.
I'm like, mm-mm. But whatever.
But Jacob, yeah, they need to just go ahead and make Jacob run away with Kat, and
you're, you're one of
that is
those.
that's my crazy storyline that I want to go with. I want them to get together.
I mean, honestly, I don't even care. I was like, I wouldn't mind that either, as long as it gets her away from stale face, and then Jacob can finally be set free.
I know who came up with that. I just don't know her real name, but she's Confident Pearl
Yes,
on Thread.
yes.
Oh my God, Staleface is the craziest.
I'm just like, yep, yep. Everything ever since she said that, I was like, yes, yeah. I think yeah, Nisi. That's her name. But I was like,
Okay.
yes, stale face. I can't with him. Like he needs to go. I'm so mad that like I wish he like somehow he could have been the one that got shot or something. Just
Something. You
like,
couldn't get the tree couldn't fall on Tomas. Like,
thank
wow.
you. Like it's like y'all ain't getting rid of the right people. It's pissing me off. It is genuinely pissing me off. I was like, Derek finally got away from that chick, and he was actually showing progression as a character, and I actually started to like him. And I was like, okay, the problem was her all along, and then y'all killed him, and I'm like, just like why? He was doing his thing at the free clinic, which I doubt we'll ever see again. Like, I could see him mentioning the free clinic, obviously, a couple times over the next few weeks, and then they'll probably never mention it again.
Oh, okay.
It's probably gonna be like September, and we're gonna be like, you know what? They haven't talked about that free clinic in a while. Is that shit still around? I'd be like, yeah, about that. They haven't talked about it in a while. But I'm like,
Speaking of the clinic, so Grayson is just miraculously just working back at Garland.
don't even get me
And if
started on
he's working back at Garland, is he working at the clinic still? Like,
that. Very good question. Just like that's why I'm pissed at Rashad about that because I'm like,
oh
why did you
God.
give that man full immunity? His ass should have been locked up in jail with Leah. What do you mean by full immunity? For what? Because he got stabbed? Big whoop. I was like, no. He should have been locked up.
You don't care.
I was like, how this man gets caught up in a plasma ring and is still able to return to his normal 9 to 5 job like it was nothing?
That's what
All because
I
he
feel
was
like he
helping
shouldn't
the
have been in
police? I'm like, no. In reality, that would never happen. Like, yes, we know that, you charges weren't brought up against you, but that's legal charges. Here in our place of business, we ain't messing with you anymore. You're terminated. Goodbye.
Yeah,
I'm
like you
just
still
like,
stole from us. Why would
I
I
was like,
trust you
exactly. I was like, you were stealing from us. I don't care what the reasons were. You were stealing from us for months to
Mm-hmm.
make extra money. And you think I'm going to just have you come back to work with the same clearance and everything like nothing happened? I'm like, I was like, I don't know what reality that they living in, but in the real world, that would never ever happen. So when he popped up the other day, and I'm like, excuse me? It's just like, oh, you just back at work now. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I had a little attitude about that because I'm like, if it would have been one of us,
Come on now. Come on. I'm like, we would have been on probation or something.
we would have
We would
never
have had to
seen
get
the light of day
approval.
again.
Like, our access card would have let us in the front door of the hospital, and that's it. To get into the lab, somebody would have had to buzz us in. There'd have been extra cameras in there, all of that. But no, they got this man walking around free as a bird. I'm like,
And then, child, we would have barely been able to go to the emergency room in the event of an actual emergency. Like, no. And so I was like, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, that's definitely racism. Like,
I was like, come on. I was like, we all know. I'm like, y'all are wrong for that. It's just
'cause
like, come on.
let that would have been the code. Y'all would
Come
have
on.
fired her from everything. Degree, no degree. Y'all probably would have been trying to get her degrees taken from her.
hmm
Like, mm-mm.
I will say I am happy that Monica officially agreed to become chief of staff though. Because I was like, I didn't want it to be Nicole. So I was happy Nicole was like, are you kidding me? Hell no, I don't want to do that job. I'm like, thank you. I was like, we didn't want you in that job either. I was like,
I still have an attitude about Ted not trying to do it himself. Like, what was that even about? Like, you ain't got the best personal life. I get that, but I feel like if anybody was able to do it, it would probably be you. Like you have a good
I was
rapport with
thinking
most
that too. Like
people.
when he first was talking to Anita and Vernon, I was like, "Oh, you talking about yourself?" I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Nicole." I was like, "Nicole didn't even make my short list." I was like, I would have never like suggested her at all. But I'm like, Ted, it don't seem like you do any work. Because honestly, think about it. The amount of times we've seen Carlton in scrubs, because
Yeah.
obviously he just got out of surgery. Every time we see T-shirt Tay, he in a damn suit. I'm like, dude, do you do any work? Like, you're supposed to be a plastic surgeon. We don't ever see you in no damn scrubs doing any kind of surgery. You just be floating around acting like you run the shit. I'm like, mm-mm.
Uh-uh. Theodore is a business owner. That's it.
That's exactly what it is. I called him doing all the heavy lifting. I was like, I was like, the only plastic surgery I know that you did was to Kenny's face. That's it. That's it, Ted. That's the only plastic surgery we know about for a racist white dude. I was like, we don't know about you doing any kind of other plastic surgeries. I'm just like, because you got time to be go play hoops with Isaiah and stuff and all this other stuff. I'm like you ain't got a job. I'm like, I was like, it don't make sense to me.
And what's
Okay.
crazy is like him and Carlton, they're partners in the practice. So why is one working more than the other?
Thank you. I'm just like, because it was, yes, R and F. I'm like, yeah, Richardson and Fitzgerald. It really should be Fitzgerald and Richardson because Richardson don't be doing shit. I'm just saying, Richardson just makes sure that all the licenses get renewed and all that stuff. That's all he be doing.
He be
He
doing
be running.
paperwork. I'm like,
Yeah,
this
he
is
runs. He
ridiculous.
runs the business side. Carlton does all the actual work.
Maybe that was their agreement. Like maybe Carlton was like,
It
I
had to
don't
be
do all this
because
business stuff. Cause I'm not gonna lie, that would probably be my agreement with whoever I go into business with. I'd be like, yeah, I'll do the actual practice. You do the business stuff, cause I don't do all
it's
the
like I ain't
business.
got time for that paperwork shit. Like, oh, was this paid? Was this renewed? No, you handle all of that.
Yeah,
I'll do the stuff I'm passionate about. Let me cut somebody open. It's like, yeah.
exactly.
It's like I be in my zone. I'm not worrying about like inspections and all that stuff. Like, no. Inventory, no. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Don't got the time for that.
Like that's enough. Mm-mm. But okay. Oh yeah, with this lawsuit, I see it seems like it's progressing next week because they're having more meetings with Mike.
Well, two
But
weeks. Because next week we get reruns.
oh yeah, I forgot because me and Nisi were supposed to be taking our break. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, next week they're re-showing the whole cotillion and my best friend being killed. and
You
then
funny.
and then they're re-showing the Easter brunch and that whole Naomi Jacob flashback thing. And I'm like, okay, week full of refund reruns, whatever. Why not show actual 5 episodes that were sequential? I was like, you're showing 3 episodes that went together, and then 2 other random episodes that happened before the other 3 episodes. I'm just like, if you genuinely wanted somebody to like check out your soap, you should have just showed 5 episodes in a row. But
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know who made that decision, but I guess they were like,
that's
well,
what
we
they used
really
to
want
do
to show the
before.
cotillion again. So we'll do that, but then we don't want to show that whole hospital thing afterwards because we're kind of still currently like, and I'm like, no, you could have just went in a different direction, but whatever. I'm just like, mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what they used to do. They would in season one when they would have to like do a week off, they would
Yeah,
do a full week of the same,
yeah. I was
yeah.
like, if somebody just randomly tunes in next week, they're gonna go from Wednesday to Thursday and be like, wait, huh?
Like, excuse me.
Wait, I'm confused. Why is Jennifer Holiday here? I'm just like we were just talking about somebody getting shot due to a shootout yesterday. Why are we acting like everything's fine and it's Easter? So I'll be like, listen, mm.
How you feel about the whole like Vanessa, Joey, Deanna situation?
Deanna is my girl.
I love her.
Love her so much. Angela, I follow her on the socials. I didn't realize like this was like one of her first roles.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, girl, you doing the damn thing. Cause like she had posted a little reel the other day, she's glad that she decided to leave the coffee shop and become an actress, and I'm like, I'm glad you left the coffee shop too, cause you are killing it for like this being your first major role. I'm like, shit. I was like, I'd have been thought you've been acting for a minute, but I'm like, no, but yeah, she is. Love me some Deanna. Keep her foot on Joey's neck. That's what I'm like. I like this whole like. Obviously, a lot of people gave her advice today. I'm like, ignore the advice from Kat. Don't pay attention to that foolishness. Pay attention to the advice of your father, though. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
that is exactly what you should do. You know, keep your enemies closer, and because if you keep pushing them away, like I don't, they just gonna keep pulling away. So I'm like, no, no. Like when they did that whole like little kind of evil smile she had, I was like, yes, girl. I was like, yes,
I
that's
like
how we gonna do
it.
it. That's how we gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Even when she grabbed Joey, she was like, "Oh no, no, like you can stay." I was like, "Oh yes, girl, like we are committed." I was like, I mean, obviously, I still firmly believe that Doug is alive.
Mm-hmm.
I will stand on that until I'm shown a body and proven otherwise. But yeah, I mean, don't even get me started on that. Like how Derek got way more of a memorial than Doug did, but like, but yeah, that once again, a decision was made by the writers. It's like we didn't get a single episode. We didn't even get a single family member of Doug's. But no, we got some random ass dad for Derek. Just like I'm like, yo. I was like, y'all. We didn't hear Nicole's speech at Doug's memorial, but they showed us her struggling with writing the speech. They showed us nothing, but they gave us a full ass scene of fucking Derek's memorial. I'm just like,
Dang, we got a whole week of Derek
we
Memorial.
got a
Like,
whole week of Derek's memorial. I'm like, but Doug got like less than 20 minutes. I was like, okay.
do you know you have 30 minutes? Like, that was them with him.
I'm like, okay. But no, I still believe Doug is still alive.
You think so?
What
Okay.
I really want to happen is, and even Vanessa, she's just Honessa, as I like to call her. 'Cause she's like, oh,
Hips. Them
like,
hips.
the community hips, like Randy said. And I'm like, girl, did you forget that the last time that this man whisked you away out of town,
Mm-hmm.
Doug died? Now he wants to wish you away out of town again? I'm like, that's why I was saying, like, it'd have been so funny, like, even if she went out of town and then she found out, like, Deanna died or something,
Mm-hmm.
she wouldn't put two and two together because she's slow.
No.
She would not connect the dots at all. I'd be like, girl, connect the dots. Both times you went out of town, one of your family members died. That is beyond a coincidence. I'm like, come on now. I was like,
No. And then, would you not be traumatized too? Like, oh, the last time we were on vacation, my husband
yes.
died. Like,
I'm like, she's digmatized. And I'm like, no. Joey is breaking her back and laying it down. I'm just like, okay, I see you, Mr. Armstrong. But I'm like, but no, I genuinely want something to happen to Honessa. Like, if she ends up dying or in a coma or whatever it is. And then that is when I want Doug to make his grand return to comfort his children. I'm like, Doug, I knew you was alive all along, man. Like, welcome back. Like,
yeah.
I think that would just floor everybody.
What do you feel like these imaginary like visuals of him are like? Do you think she is just grieving, or do you feel like it's like she has other mental health issues that haven't been revealed yet?
A lot of people think it is going to be the mental health thing. And I'm like,
I hope
one
not.
person, one person said, it'll be great, like, if, you know, Joey does end up getting her locked up. And then, like, while she's in the nut house, she can meet Allison and they can break out. And I was like, you know what? I ain't mad at it. If
I
it brings
really
Allison
wasn't.
back around, I fully support that.
Y'all are gonna answer me this right now. What is y'all obsession with Allison?
Because she was so fucking nutty and like I loved like she was just genuinely insane. I I was like, this girl is bonkers. It's like my love. I was
Yeah, she was
like she
crazy.
was out there, and and she committed to it. That's why I was like, because obviously right now on the show we don't have a true genuine villain, someone who's 100% a villain, won't be sanitized like they did with Leslie. That's why I'm like, give us someone crazy like Allison, bring her back into town so she can cause some mayhem, and then whatever happens after that. Because I'm like, maybe
Yeah,
she'll show up at their wedding day if we get a ceremony. We'll
no,
see.
hell no. If she break out, just leave Chelsea out of it, please.
I was like, I'd be like, she might kidnap Madison, or she might pull a Leslie and run Madison off the road. I was like, that's why I'm like, that's the main reason why I want to see her again, because I know whenever she comes, it's gonna be some crazy ass shit that's gonna
Yeah.
make me be like, damn, that bitch nuts. That's why I'm like, free Allison. We need somebody to come shake some shit up because y'all ain't doing enough, and I know Allison will deliver. So
Yeah. I think even Darlene, like, she was getting on my nerves, but I thought she was gonna like continue to get on my nerves. She kind of like got a little soft real quick.
yep, they softened her up too, and I'm like, y'all just, I don't know why y'all keep doing these characters. I was like, if you gonna make somebody that way, leave them that way. It's like,
I need her to still be pissing me off. Like I wanted her to like I wanted to see the drive time commercial and just want to throw something in my TV. Like
that's why, like Deanna, when she had called Honessa after the tornado, and I was like, bitch, I know you ain't getting soft. I was like, oh hell no. And then Joey came in the background. I was like, okay, there's the Deanna I know. I was like, yes. She had me worried for a second. I'm like, you need to. So I'm like, yes. So now that she's going this whole path, I'm like, we're with it. I was like, I need characters to like stay in character. Don't be
yeah.
all nice all of a sudden for no reason. I'm like, no, I don't like it.
Yeah. I need Darlene to just go back to being an asshole. I need Elon to hate all his sons. I need
I would love to see Elon out of uniform. I'm like,
Yes.
I see this man in his damn uniform. Like, good lord! Like when I saw him on the social media at the little renewal barbecue, I was like, oh shit, that's Elon. I was like, okay. I was like, look at you. I was like they need you out of your uniform more often. I was like,
And I was watching I fell off of Queen Sugar around like season 2, and so I just like restarted watching it, and I'm like almost done now. And he was on Queen Sugar, and I was like, "Oh, this is different. Okay, Criminal Elon." Shanice was on it too.
okay.
Shanice was on there
And where
too.
the hell has Marcel been? I was wondering that too. I was like, after the whole tornado thing, I was like, Marcel ain't called Leslie, she ain't called him, but y'all supposed to be kind of boo things. I'm like things like that. Because I was like, I don't know if the writers think that we just forget all of these facts. I'm like, no, we remember everything. So I'm like, so like if something happens to someone, I expect X, Y, and Z to call them and be like, hey, hey, hey. But when you don't have that happen, I'm just like, that's weird. I was like, even
I
if I
get
don't see the person on screen, I'm like, the call needs to happen, or at least a throwaway line like, hey, yeah, I spoke to Marcel. He's still out of town, something.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird because like even if he don't take her as seriously, like y'all do be going on dates and stuff like that, and her child almost died. Like you ain't call
Exactly.
her.
I was like, you ain't call her. I was like, nothing. And then whenever we do see him again, I wonder if he's even going to be referenced. Like, hey, how you been doing after everything's going on with Eva? I was just like, but who knows? I wonder if they ever are going to introduce the third Hawthorne brother.
I feel like they will because they keep mentioning him too much. I just don't
They
know when
do.
they gonna do it. Because I want to
And
know what's
like
the key. Why you ain't never around?
And I want it to be a situation like with Deanna, because they kept mentioning Deanna, kept mentioning her, and I'm like, and I kept being like, yo, whenever this girl shows up on screen, she needs to be a train wreck. And
Explode.
Angela showed up and delivered. So that's why I'm like, whenever y'all introduce this little third Hawthorne brother, the way y'all been talking about him, whoever y'all cast as him, he better bring his A game, and the writers had better write him some good stuff as well. Don't have him show up to time like, "Hey, Dad, how's it going?" Like, oh, like no, that is not the. I don't even. What is his name? Luke. I think that's
Luke.
his name, right? I was
Hmm.
like, that's not Luke. That's not the Luke we've been hearing about. So I'm like, try again.
Now
Control
that's
Alt
that
Delete.
they family is very black for that though. For all them biblical names, that's very black. I like that. Hmm.
But
But did
even
they
that,
say?
I would love to see more of like they keep talking about, oh, are you gonna come over for dinner? Like, show us like Elon and Darlene at home. Like, show us one of these family dinners that y'all keep talking about. Like,
Every time they talk about it, Isaiah like finds some way to avoid it, and so I guess that's why they don't never do it because we don't ever get to see what we actually are trying to see, which is how Isaiah interacts with them at home. But
mm-hmm.
did they say if Luke is the oldest or the youngest? What is he?
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay,
Mm,
'cause yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, is Isaiah a middle child? Because if so, that makes so much sense with him and Elon.
yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Because Jacob is the youngest, ain't it?
And I think they said Luke was a police officer as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do think Jacob is the youngest. Yeah, I think Jacob's the youngest. So I wonder if maybe maybe Luke's the oldest. Yeah, maybe Luke is the oldest, and then like
Okay.
Isaiah's the middle child, which explains so much. Us middle children get mistreated on the regular.
On the
So
regular.
I was like, yep, that would explain so much.
Hmm. And I could say if Luke is so since Luke is the oldest, he probably was just like, I gotta get away from this. This is dysfunctional. Like, and you know that youngest child just like to please him, just a
I seen
people
somebody say
pleaser.
earlier like they would love to either Luke to show up to become Kat's new boo. That would be interesting to have her and Eva both dating Hawthorne men. They're like, or like have one of Kyle's adult sons show up, and I was like, somebody got to show up and get rid of the other one because it ain't it. I was just like,
I'm sick of him.
uh, just like him, like I was like, he's like so delusional, and I'm just like, bro, like when Chelsea was talking to him at Orphe Jeans, when Chelsea was like, the look on Chelsea's face at Orphe Jeans, she was like, I was like, Chelsea, I got the same exact look. Like, is this fool for real? I was just like, mm-mm. Like, I was like, dude, she is not the one. I'm just like,
Like, is you crazy? Like,
and the fact that he's gonna propose to her in front of everybody, I'm like, bro, like, read the
so
room.
annoying.
I'm
Like,
like,
he's
why?
annoying.
Why? There was no need. I was like, you guys don't live together. I'm just like, why? I was like, that's not romantic at all. just,
Crazy.
just like, he is so delusional. It cracks me up. I was just like, oh God. That's why I like when him and like Smitty and like the rest of them were kind of like piecing together the whole Lynette story, and then it just kind of moved away from that. I'm like, no, no, let's keep pulling on this thread because I want to see where it leads. Like, somebody got to know what happened to Lynette because I
Yeah,
don't, I,
I'm
I
ready to
don't believe Randy offed her. So I'm like, uh, So like
Mm-hmm.
if Lynette comes back to town, that'll be great because I know she'll cause some trouble, and I'm like, yes, Lynette's back.
I think Randy made a deal with Lynette to get Haley's whatever she gonna get. They basically like gonna make her do whatever she gonna do to get Bill's whatever, and then they plan to take it from her.
I can see that as well.
Cause Lynette is like, she's one of those like snaky kind of people. Like
Yes, and you can't play her like you can't.
mm-mm. And
This
she'll
is like
set
no.
the scheme up. She'll set it up just to sit back and watch it go down. Like she don't do none of the
Hmm.
work. You can.
As I'm like, it'd be nice to have her come back, like secretly, like because you know how like some shows they'll like introduce a character that the audience can't see, but like you'll just see hands or something, somebody just watching somebody else in the shadows, but then later they make the big grand reveal. They should do that with Lynette. It's like you can't have her be on camera for whatever reason, but do something like that. Like have her causing mayhem that we're seeing, but not actually physically seeing her. Then it's all revealed that it was her all along. I'm like, ah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, girl. It's like, good job. It's like have her like following Haley or like show us that point of view. Like she'll be like, oh shit, who's following Haley? I'm like, what? What's going on? Like, who just kidnapped her? Like stuff like that. So I'm like, but we will see. But overall, they need to move past this whole Kill Bill storyline because I'm over it. I'm
Mhm.
over it. Like this is the storyline that has dragged on the longest. Even like how long they were dragging on the whole Martin secret thing, and that finally came out. I was like, oh, that's the big secret that y'all just kept talking about. Same thing with the whole Jacob and Naomi's wedding. They kept talking about that, acting like it was such a big mess. I was like, oh, he got drunk. Okay,
You're like,
y'all
girl,
act
open bar. Like,
like the way y'all kept talking about Isaiah at this wedding. I thought like he was pulled a Danny and was like pulled out a gun and some foolishness. I was like, that was nothing. I was
how
like,
he
that was
all stuff
lame.
around, messed up her dress.
Yeah, I was like, mm.
Yeah.
Because even when he first came on scene, I remember like I thought that there was like a secret past between him and Naomi. Because I was
You
like, oh, did y'all?
did. I remember
I
that.
remember that, and I was like, that just was never revealed, and I'm like, okay, so much for that. Just I'm like, it's like so many possibilities that are like would give us some nice juice, and the writers are just giving us nothing. And I'm like, ugh. It's like why? And everyone keeps saying, oh, like it's a new soap opera. I'm like, guys, they are past 300 episodes. They are in season 2. That new soap opera thing is out the window. They could have pulled that excuse last year.
Well,
No,
they,
they.
compared to the other ones, though, they are fairly new. I mean, the other ones are in season 53.
Well, yeah, I mean I know that, but I just mean like overall, like storyline wise, there is no reason that they should still be doing a lot of stuff that they're doing. I'm just like, no, you need to like move this along because certain storylines they've rushed with like certain storylines I would have preferred them to like stretch out longer, and then other stuff they drag on forever, and I'm like, I don't care about this at all. like, end it already.
You know what I think could have gone on a little bit longer? The issue with Samantha and the boy, and her and Martin having like that back and
That
forth.
got wrapped up in less than a week. So it was like,
Like that happened within
boom,
5.2 seconds, and I was
it
like,
was just gone, and I'm
you
like,
definitely could have explored that more because
he could have
that
fleshed
is a
that
big
out some
issue.
more. But no, y'all just decided to wrap that up so fast, and I'm like, I don't know why, but whatever.
Yeah, that was one storyline I wish they would have explored just because like teenage girls and exploring themselves and that kind of thing. I feel like we tackle a lot of important issues on this show, and I feel like that's something that should definitely be explored a little bit more because it is like that. Like the boys just like you could just go do whatever and that's fine, and then the girls it's like they over police them and then they end up pregnant. So,
Yeah, like a lot of people think they're gonna do a whole pregnancy storyline with Jessica and Tyrell. I was like, they are not. I was like, no,
I
they're
think
not.
I don't know. I'm on that wagon.
I was like, I would love it if they did, but I'm just like, I just don't have confidence that they will be smart enough to handle it properly.
They
Like
got that
like if they did
Lakers.
it, it'll be a situation where they wrapped it up in like 2 episodes, and I'm like, that's it. I was like, I'm like, no, I don't. Mm-mm. Even the whole Jessica thing, like, once again, where it's like the writers, I'm like, do y'all not remember what y'all said in previous scripts? Like, because even when Jessica straight up told Tyrell, like, hey, we should have a summer of fun, and then I'm gonna break up with you at the end of the summer. She told him that point blank, and then like literally a week later, Tyrell's is like, why do you think she's gonna go to college and hook up with other guys? Like, we're still gonna be together, and I'm like,
I just
why
thought
you?
he was delusional as hell.
That's what I'm like. Are
He
you
was
delusional? Or
fucking
did you not hear that conversation she had with you when she was like, "We gonna have fun this summer, then I'm breaking up with you." I'm just like, I'm like, I
yeah,
heard the conversation. Did you just tune her out? Like, I'm just
with
like,
one ear and out the other.
I was like, bro. I was like, and then I was like, I don't know. And that's the other thing. It's like, do you think like if you continue to have sex with her, you're just gonna convince her to stay in town for your body? Just like, I was like, bro, it don't work that way.
And that's why I said he has to find out the hard way because can't
Like,
nobody tell him nothing. He too
you gonna have your
invested.
summer of fun having all the sexy time. Then come August, when she start packing a bag to go to LA, you're like, wait, what's going on? I thought you would stay. No, I got orientation next week. Like,
Like,
I don't know how you thought that. It's just like, nope, still going to UCLA, and we're still breaking up. But we were having such a great time. Yeah, it was a nice few months, but I gotta go. I
he
was like,
delusional. That's how he is. Just let him. Just let him do it. He'll be crying and all heartbroken, you know. I think that's something they probably gonna flush out though, cause he just gonna be on the couch crying for 2 weeks, and then Martin and Smitty ain't gonna know what to do. They gonna be going to the grands. We just don't know how to deal with him.
and
That'll be
that's the downfall because obviously they don't have like other people on the show like their age. So I'm just like, it would be nice if we had like some kind of recurring characters to function as like Tyrell's friends or something like that. But it's like, someone like a Pamela, someone that just pops up once a month.
oh Pamela, where she been at?
Like, where is she at? Come back to town, girl. We need your energy because these people are depressing me,
No,
depressing
cause
me.
Danielle need Pamela right now. She keep going to Nessa nasty ass for advice. Like it, she need
Don't
to talk
even
to
get me
Pamela.
started on that. Because I'm like, girl, that hoe just kicked you out 2 days ago. And then you gonna call her and be like, hey, can you come over? Hell no. If somebody kicks me out their place, I ain't calling them for shit until they apologize. So when
Exactly.
she called Vanessa, I was like, you actually called her after she kicked you out? Could not be me. Could not
Mind
be me.
you, she invited her to the place,
You.
then kicked her
Like,
out.
she invited you over, you came over, and then she kicked you out because she didn't like what you had to say. And then you just gonna call her the next day, act like everything's all fine, like, oh, can you come over? No. Mm-mm. No. You do me dirty, you gonna be in the doghouse for a long time.
Yeah, even her and Nicole, I feel like they didn't fight long enough. Like Nicole ain't stubborn enough for me.
Nope. Like Deanna said today, like she would donate her organs to science before she came to Joey. I was like, exactly.
I'd be
Like
a
somebody
whole
crossed me
cadaver.
wrong. Shit. It's gonna be a minute before I even attempt to even talk to them again. So,
I would be a whole cadaver.
I'm like, nope, nope, nope. It's like I don't care if I'm the only match. Sounds like he's gonna have to die.
Crazy.
Even the whole doctor with the whole about we found the match. I'm like, bro, that's what makes me wonder. Like, have the writers ever seen a medical show before? Because like you had Eva in that little CPAP mask with the shoelace, but
But
then
see,
you put Cat on an actual ventilator, and
but I'm
I was
like,
like,
because I thought they couldn't do that. I thought if you say this is your organ, that's your organ. Like, there's no, oh, we taking it and giving it to this person. Like, if they got on the list after her, you cannot do that. She's already secured that organ.
the thing was, that's what I'm saying. Like most medical shows, when they come in and like we found a match, they say that after all the details have been ironed out. He came in and was like,
Hmm.
"We found a match, but we still have to figure out X, Y, Z." And I'm like, "No, that was your mistake. You normally come in and be like, we did find an organ. They're gonna be here in like 2, 3 hours." That's how you say it. Not like, "Oh, a match was found, but we didn't finish checking all the boxes yet." Like, no, you
Exactly.
never say that because you're getting people's hopes up for nothing.
Hmm. And
I was like,
I
you
was
let
so
them know
mad
when
at
the
him.
organ is en route. Then you can be like, okay, it's gonna be here in 2 hours. You just gotta hang on for 2 hours.
I was so mad at him. I was like, that's why Candace threw you out that window on the halves and the half
Hello, come
because
on now. When he first showed up, I was like, why do I know this man? Why do I know him? And then it hit me like the next time because I was like rewatching some old episodes of Having a Halves. So I was like, oh yes, that bastard. That, and it was so funny because it was the episode where his ass got thrown out the window. And I was like, I knew I recognized your face, but I just could not remember for the life of me where I knew you from. So I was like,
hmm
wow. I was like, yeah, Oscar, I remember you. I was like, I remember you very well, sir. I'm like,
I hated him.
I hate him with a passion. I was like, ooh. But I will say, like, the writing on the haves and the have-nots in the early days was good.
It was
It was like, it
very
was
good.
very good. Then, Tyler Perry just lost the plot. It's like,
He
and
gotta get okay with like help.
that's my main issue. I'm like, dude, you need a team of writers. I don't know why. And the problem is, you keep writing everything yourself, but as a result, you keep relying on old tropes that you've done in old shows and other stuff, doing the same exact plot points. And I'm like, you need a team of writers. You can be the head writer, but other people can help you out. I don't know why you. And then he always be bragging like, "Oh, we filmed all of these episodes in like 2 weeks." I'm like, "Okay, big whoop." I'm just like,
Like, you're
it's like, what you
kind
want a
of
fucking
right.
cookie? I'm just like, no. That's why, like, I know, like, Beyond the Gates, they film one episode a day, but I'm just like,
Mm. I
it's like
always
y'all need.
wonder because I'm like this do come on 5 days a week. How y'all do this?
And like, I know, like, they're like 4 months ahead in filming because they
Okay.
filmed all that tornado shit back in February. So I'm like, that's why I don't understand why they're off next week. I'm like, you guys are 4 months ahead. Why are you taking next week off? I'm just
What's
like,
next week?
they're nothing. They're just taking it off for whatever reason. But like all the other soaps are showing new episodes next week. That's why I'm like, I don't understand this discrepancy between the CBS soaps. Like all the other CBS soaps have new episodes next week, but Beyond the Gates, no, we're gonna show reruns. I'm like, why? Just like you have episodes ready
Oh,
to go. I'm
what
like,
was they
it does not
doing?
make sense to me.
Because they do take a break every now and then. It'd be like a week or maybe 2 weeks.
That's why I understood it in season one because you were brand new. I was
Hmm.
like, this is season two. You're way ahead in filming. What do you need a full week off for? For what? I was just
Tired as hell.
like,
I don't blame
like,
them. Take
it's
off.
like the episodes are done and they're edited. Let us watch them. It's like you
That's
just got
true.
them, you just got them sitting on a server somewhere for no reason. I'm like, mm-mm.
Especially if they not gonna like acknowledge certain holidays. I think it would be kind of easier for them to just keep the episodes rolling, and then they just if it's time to take a break, then they can take a
Yeah,
break.
that's I'm like, keep them rolling. I was like, because I was like, what? If you do the math, I'm like, no, no. It's like you have over 100 episodes filmed and edited that we haven't seen yet, but you couldn't give us 5 new ones next week. I'm just like,
Yeah, because next week I don't know about any sports things happening, and then
Nothing.
I don't know about. I mean, the fourth is like next week, but that's on a Saturday, so I think it's on a Saturday.
And I know season two, I believe it's supposed to be like 262 episodes or something. So they
Mhm.
have about like 70-ish episodes left in the season of film. So I'm
Mm.
just like, like, what's the reason? I'm like, they be making some head scratching decisions over there with the production, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Hmm. I'm about to put my
But like
Dr.
every
Seuss book
time,
down.
like the actors and stuff be posting stuff on social media, like trying to tease future storylines, I'm like, I ain't falling for none of that shit. Because y'all done hoodwinked me too many times, getting my hopes up about certain storylines, and then they turn out to be duds. So I'm like, nope, not doing it, not doing it.
I've only seen because I usually see them like just being people on social media, so I don't really be seeing them like, oh, we're gonna do such and such storylines. The only person I've seen do that, and that was recently, was Eva, and she was talking about like the progression of the her versus cat storyline, and basically saying like it's gonna be juicy, and but she never really gave too many details. But that's like the only person I've seen like talking about storylines and stuff. So I don't be doing what's coming up. Like I just be like, oh, okay.
Like Angela, she talked probably like a month ago about like Deanna's future storylines. But I was like, yes, her, I believe, because I'm like, I love you, girl. So I'm like, she's like, oh, I can't wait for you all to see where this is going. And I'm like, I can't wait either because you bring me so much joy. But then, like, other people, it'd be so fake. Like, that's why I don't understand, like, and maybe because, like, Carla and Daphne, they're like part of the core four with Tamara and Clifton. Like, if they have to, like, maintain that,
I
oh,
don't
these
know.
stories are so great. Can't wait for you to watch. Like, if they have to maintain that persona on social media and, like, prop up the writers, even if the writing isn't that great, because they are, like, the core four. I'm like, I don't know if that's the case, because they're supposed to be the visions of the show. I'm like, who knows? But I would just keep it 100, be like, listen. That's what I'm like, I would rather you guys not tell me anything. It's like, hey guys, reporting the set, shooting a lot of good scenes today. Keep it simple. Don't be like, cause like I think Carla recently she was like, yeah, like I've been seeing a lot of you guys online, like some of the things you had predicted and some of the things you are way off base and this and that. And it's like, I'm just like, it's
Mhm.
like, it's like, it's like I've predicted a lot of stuff because it's so obvious because the writers just aren't creative at all. It's just like.
I don't be trying to. I just be
The,
more. I more so just watch, and I'll have like my theories here and there,
well,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
I
really.
don't. I'd be like, oh, like I'll say things casually, like, oh, I guarantee you, like, this is how the episode's gonna end, and sure enough, that's how the episode ends. like I knew the whole cat dream episode. I knew that was gonna end with her opening her eyes. I was like, so obvious. I was like, end of the episode, she's gonna open her eyes. Oh, what a shocker! She opened her eyes. So it was like stuff like that. I'm like, this is so predictable. I was like, it'd be great if you guys like wouldn't be so predictable, but whatever.
I
But
be
yeah,
analyzing all the different concepts and stuff. Like I be all in deep thought and whatnot. Like, cause I'm kind of like a drama nerd, and I like reading, and so I like to do stuff like that. Cause people don't understand. Like, viewership is an art too. Like, you're supposed to take from it whatever you can kind of conceptualize based on what you know about literature and stories and things like that. So I was like, that's what I do. But that's what I do with anything. So it's not just this show. It's just that's how I watch things in
yeah,
general.
that's why when a lot of people be getting mad at the OGs online, talking about like, oh, you guys must not have ever watched another soap opera before, like this and that, and I'm like, why do you guys have
I
teams
haven't.
and this and that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like every show has teams. Like back to 90210, it was Team Kelly versus Team Brenda. Like
Yeah.
get with the program. We have teams. That's how it works. I was like, you talking about how that's
Exactly.
childish and this and that.
Who
I was
said
like,
that?
a lot of these noobs that have come out of the woodworks lately.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
who the hell are you? I'm like, you're not an OG. Get off my post, please. I was just
Yeah,
like,
I thought that was
oh my,
normalized. I'm like,
yeah.
we
I was like, that is so normal to have teams and to like. I'm like you said, like you watch characters and like I can watch TV shows and I can hate characters' decisions and be mad at them, but for y'all to try to jump down my throat, like, oh, I don't know why you're judging them and this and that. I'm like, it is a fictional
because
TV
that's what
show.
we supposed to
I'm
do.
like, that's what we're supposed to do as viewers. I'm gonna
Like,
be mad at them for sleeping with that person, and I'm gonna be mad at them for lying about this. I'm like, what you
hmm
expect me to just watch and just be like, okay.
like going by my day. Like, no, it actually
No.
it stimulates
Like,
my brain.
exactly. I'm like, no. It's like, yes, I know it's fictional, but I am mad.
I'm
I was
pissed
like,
off. And
like
that's
if
what
I
we're
caught
supposed to
that
do.
character out in the streets, I would jump him. Like,
Like, y'all, art is supposed to invoke emotion. Why don't y'all know
mm-hmm.
this? And no matter the genre, like, it's supposed to make you upset or make you side with somebody or make you judge somebody. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. And
Exactly. That's why, like, I'm just like, I wanted the tornado to give somebody a personality shift. Like if Martin came out of the tornado being like full evil, I'd have been like, ooh, okay. like, I'm like, shit. Like, I was like, okay, Brandon, I see you. I see you. like, I might actually start liking Martin. like, if, but no, I was like, I wanted somebody to have like some nice residual, like something that totally changed their personality. But no, we got like, okay, Cat, being a little nicer to Leslie, and Leslie being a little, but even Leslie being nice didn't last that long. And I'm like, whack. It's like y'all should have went in a different direction with this.
what I when you mentioned Martin, that made me think about Martin and Smitty and their stories so far. And I remember I really wanted them to get to a point where they were like super close to divorce. Like, cause you remember they were talking about therapy. They never went to therapy, and
Never.
then I wanted them to get close to like divorce proceedings and stuff like that. Like, I
They
want them
never
to
went
really
to
walk that
therapy, and
line.
then the next day they're just renewing their vows. I'm like, whatever. I'm just like, even that writer's decision, I'm like, why? Why? Like, I loved it so much when Smitty kicked his ass out. I'm like, yes,
Yes.
yes, because I am Team Smitty all day. Love me some Smitty. Everybody's like
Mhm.
Team Cat, Team Eva. I'm like, I'm Team neither when those two are involved. But I am firmly on Team Smitty. He needs to kick Martin's ass to the curb and set himself free and go hook himself up with a nice, fine man. You don't have to, like, whatever, like, you could do so much better than fucking Martin Richardson, lame ass. But I was like, yes, yes, kick his ass. I was like, Smitty, he wasn't in a doghouse long enough for me. It's like,
Yeah,
nope.
like you remember how it had gotten to the point of like divorce with Cali in Arizona and Grays. Like that's what I kind of
hmm
wanted them to do, but just not get fully divorced. Like just really walk the line. But yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
y'all
know.
could have took us all the way, and then they're like, no, y'all didn't even get us there. You didn't give us past the halfway point. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, we'll go to therapy, and then all of a sudden, everything's fine.
And they never went to therapy. I really
Everyone's
wanted to see
therapy.
the therapy scenes.
It's like,
And,
I was like,
and every time we see therapy at all in the show, it's with Nicole. I'm sick of it. I don't want to see her no
I
more.
didn't see it at all. I'm just like, I was like, how you have Martin seeing his mom as a therapist? I'm like, no. I was like, no, that's not supposed to be the case. I'm just
Those are not the rules.
like this is some wild ass shit. That's why I was like, secretly, I'm like, I kind of wish they would have not made her a psychiatrist because she is not a very good psychiatrist. I'm just like Naomi should have been a social worker, not no damn
That would have been
lawyer.
great. I would have loved that. Yeah.
like she would have been a great like lawyer. That girl's never in her office. even nowadays, because remember, we would joke for so long how Orphe Jeans was her office. Now she's barely there. So I'm like, girl, I was like, where you be at? I was just like,
Yeah, cause like with me being a therapist, I am very critical of like how shows portray therapy because it's not hard to get that
mm-hmm.
context. And so when they show it and it's kind of like inaccurate, it really bothers me because I'm like, guys, you could have. They're so accessible now. You know, there's like lots of therapists, influencers, and you could literally just walk up to a therapist on the street. Well, how does this go? How does that go? And so, like, when it's portrayed wrong, I'm just like,
Yeah, it gets to me. I'm just
I get
like, that is not how it
frustrated.
goes. I was like, that is not at all how it goes. I was just like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, and I'm like, even with her being a mental health professional, like, I would have even loved to see her give him like a list of referrals and, him like kind of source them out, whatever. Because that's what we do. Like, I don't talk to anybody in my family about anything therapeutic on purpose because I'm not supposed to. One.
Mm-hmm.
And two, y'all niggas ain't paying me. So, yeah, I'm going to refer you out.
Come on now. I was just like, mm-mm.
Like she's supposed to, I don't know. I just because it looks like she's been in it for years. So I'm like, yeah, you're supposed to really have those boundaries like really ingrained in you. Because but I don't know. She just is messy.
'Cause I
And I
remember
need
at first she had told Martin she was gonna give him referrals, but then she
yeah.
never did, and then she just continued to talk to him. And I'm like, no, not supposed to do that. Like,
Mm-mm.
mm,
And granted, like yeah, he's not paying you, so it's technically not a service. But at the same time, it's like you're not helping him by being his mom in this therapeutic space. It's just not helping. Like that's why your kids don't grow. Cause y'all be
now
coddling them.
that's why, like, I think Martin should have been Vernon and Anita's child,
I wouldn't have minded.
because he, what was it? As long as he's been on the show, I can count on like one hand the amount of scenes he's had with his father. I'm just like, he never has scenes with T-shirt Ted. He barely had scenes with Turtleneck Ted. And I'm just like, this is
He
comical
showed
to me.
threw
I'm like,
him, almost threw him through that window though. I'll never
I'm
forget
telling
that.
you, I'm just like, mm-mm. It was like, it's weird to me. But he constantly has scenes with Vernon. I'm like, y'all should have just made Vernon his real father. I'm just like, what y'all did? I was like,
He
mm-mm.
loved his granddaddy, but I think I don't know. I feel like because he's older, I feel like Martin just it's like he kind of got his own life and he don't really have the need to like be around his parents as much. But he's also super dependent on the grand, so it's
It's very dependent.
yeah.
Because even when Smitty kicked him out, he was right there at the Grands.
He never
He ain't go
even
to his.
crossed the
Nope,
pathway of
nope,
Nicole's.
nope. They ain't go there. He didn't even go to his mom. And then like,
Okay,
then
Dad,
they're like
this is a
for
hostess.
and then for Nicole to find out afterwards when she just showed up for a random visit, she's like, "What do you mean he's not here?" I was like, "Yeah, he got kicked out, girl. You didn't get the memo."
He'll never
And then
know.
for her to like show up at like Vernon and Anita's house, like yeah. It's like, why would Smitty kick you out? Be like, girl. Smitty had his reasons, and I fully support him. But yeah, that is a
Yeah.
conversation that you need to have with your parental units and your and T-shirt Ted, like as to why Martin got kicked out. Because woohoo, like,
Man, that yeah, I would not have minded if he was like Vernon and Anita's youngest instead of like Nicole and Ted's
yeah,
older. Yeah, because
that would have
honestly,
made
they
so much
spoil
more
him like
sense.
that.
They do. It would have made so much sense. But no, they decided to go this route and talk about the whole miracle baby and this and that. I'm just like, it's like if I hear miracle baby one more time,
But see, but they do. I'll say this: Nicole and Ted do treat Martin like the oldest because the oldest gets exposed to all the stuff that like they hide from the youngest. Like Martin was literally at the coffee shop while Ted was cheating. Like that's caucasity, Ted. That is definitely caucasity. Like,
Like
but
I
it,
want them to find some way to bring Maurice Johnson back into the show. Like
you think
I'm telling
so?
you,
I wouldn't
like,
mind.
like I'm telling you, if he was to show up as another character, I wouldn't even question it.
Just
I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? I was like, oh, is this a new doctor? Cool. I'm
yeah.
just like, I would accept him with open arms. I'm like,
And do that whole like breaking the fourth wall thing every now and then. Where they like
yep,
mention like little jokes about it. Like I
yes,
do that, please.
yes. Nice little throwaways, like I got that. Like wink, wink. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Tee. So okay. So I know in the Kyle and Carlton thing, I'm guessing you are more of a Kyle person.
Honestly,
Most
I
people
don't
ain't.
care about either one of them.
You don't care? Okay. Cause me
There's a lot
personally,
of people that love Carl and hate Carlton, and I'm like, I don't like either one of them. I'm just like,
I like
I
them
was like,
both.
I mean, they're nice, but I'm just like, this whole thing with Nicole, I'm over it. I'm just like, can you just pick a guy already?
I
Just
don't think
like,
she
just
wants
do
to.
it. I don't think she wants to either. Cause I'm like, yes, it was. It was nice when you first started out this whole little naughty Nikki phase, but I'm like, it's been months. Like, you bringing like one person to the brunch, but then you mad at him, so you bring another other person to the next family event, and I'm just like, shit's funny to me.
I just want her to go ahead and declare that she poly and go on by her business. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you fully want to be poly, go ahead. Like, this is my lifestyle now, but I'm just like, I think what I really want is for another person to be introduced. Because I'm
okay.
just like Kyle and Carlton, and it's like, and then obviously they both know about each other. They're both okay with this whole weird arrangement. But I would like a third person to just catch Nicole off guard and for her not to expect it at all. And she'd be like, whoa. Huh.
So you and Nasty Nessa agree on that. Y'all want a third person in the mix.
I think so.
Cause she
Because,
definitely suggested it.
you need to switch some shit up. Because I'm tired of her just bouncing back and forth from Kyle and Carlton. She's like, oh, you're not available? And then she calls the other person. I'm just like, it's like, no, stop it. I was like, mm-mm.
At this point, just develop you a nice little polyamorous custody agreement and just, whoever see you on the weekends and holidays. I feel like that would be nice.
I think it's called a polycule.
Yeah,
And they're
poly.
like, yes, a polycule. Just go ahead and do that. Just make it happen.
I'm down with those shenanigans because, girl, I feel like that. I feel like she's not going to choose nobody. Because she's
Nope.
not trying to get married anymore. Like,
Oh
she's
yeah, no.
cool with that.
She definitely is not getting remarried. If they go the route of having Nicole get remarried, I will smack them. Like, Riders, come here. I was like, stop it. I was like, we do not need her to get remarried. That is not needed whatsoever.
No.
I will say though, if they have Leslie get married, I will fall out on the fucking floor.
Who is she married? Because it ain't going to be
That's
worth
what I'm
it.
saying. Like, I don't know who she would marry, but if we end up meeting a character that like she ends up marrying, I will bust out laughing. Like,
I
stop.
think somewhere down the line, like season 8, season 9, her and Ted are going to like get married.
Oh my
Her
god, I
and
would.
Ted gonna run it back. I really think this. I've been keeping it to myself. I'm not discussing it with nobody, but I'm telling you, I think they gonna run it back. I think he
I
be
mean, they already had that drunken sex, So what they really
Yeah.
need to do is like have non-alcohol involved sex.
Mhm. I think because I think okay, so when she comes around him and he does like that whole like acting like he just can't stand for her to be around, like I feel like he be doing too much, and I feel like he be trying so hard to convince us that he does not still have feelings for her, and I think yeah, I think they gonna run it back. But I think it's gonna be down the line because Ted gonna keep playing that little role.
Like that's why I said like Turtleneck Ted would never ever entertain being friends with her. Like never, never in a million years would he ever be friends with her. That's why he was every time like Dana, like this that don't do that Dana. And I'm like it cracks me up, but he's the only one that calls her Dana. I fucking love it.
Right. Everybody else say Leslie.
I was like, I love that you keep calling her by her government name. It just humors me. It's like Dana. It's like, what do you want, Dana? It's like, Dana, but like my daughter's in there too. It's like, I'm like, this is too fun to me. I'm like,
I want them to have a cookout too. I just need them to
mm,
do. They got to do some black stuff, like some more black
thank
stuff.
you. That's what
Have
I'm
a
saying. Like
cookout.
a cookout. They have
Yeah.
done no black stuff yet, and I
A
don't
fish
understand
fry.
why. I'm like, yes, okay, y'all are this prestigious community, but y'all can't have a cookout. Like, y'all
Yeah.
want to give us like lame shit like Winterfest. I'm like, bah. I was like, what y'all should have is a nice summer fest. But that's fucking balls to the wall. Got a DJ. Show us some line dancing, some
Yes.
spades, some bones
All
being
the
slapped.
things.
All of it. Like, come on
But the
now.
thing is, the only old or semi old money in the family is Vernon. Vernon is the only one who really got old money like that. Nita does not have old money. She the first one in her family to really have somebody. So I'm like, why didn't you introduce the culture to your family? Like you from the south side of
Like,
Chicago.
I'm just not seeing it. I'm like, yes, y'all are rich, but that don't mean y'all have to be boring. Like, y'all are rich, but y'all are still black. I'm just like,
Like
come on now.
y'all having all these funerals, ain't nobody fried one piece of fish. Ain't no
Like,
repast.
that's why I'm like, y'all keep mentioning Rowena, who I really want to see. But
Hmm.
I'm like, it would be nice to see, like, Anita actually in the kitchen, flouring some fish, getting it ready to fry, cleaning some greens, like see her doing that with like Nicole and like that'd be a nice scene to have. Then obviously they'll just move ahead to seeing all the food being prepared already. Like
Hmm.
that'd be nice. Like she'd be like, oh, I gave Rowena the day off. I'm like, yes, just to see you getting your hands dirty like an old school family that does like Sunday dinner and stuff. I'm like, give us that. Give us some
Yeah,
black shit.
the real
Like,
black shit. Let me tell you, cause real black shit is I got rich kids, but we gonna send the help away for a day or two so they learn how to
mm-hmm,
clean their own damn house.
exactly.
Martin need to be doing that with his kids, cause them kids don't know how to clean nothing. Mm-mm. I ain't never seen them pick up a broom, a mop,
Nope.
a dish rag. Does
And that's
Tyrell
what I'm
even
like.
know how to
I don't know,
scramble
like,
an egg? He finna leave the
come
house.
on now. That's why I'm like, I don't know why they're so hesitant to give us like outdoor scenes. Cause like the last outdoor scene we saw was back in the
Jacob.
Kenny days. That's how long.
Yeah.
That's how long it's been. When they was at the park, I'm like, why can't y'all show us some outdoor scenes? Like even when like Isaiah and them was playing ball, I'm like, y'all just couldn't go to a basketball court nearby, like shoot like 5 minutes of footage for us to see. I'm like, it's like, why y'all so scared to show outdoor scenes? I'm like,
That's
everything
just
don't
like
have to be at the club or uptown or OGs. I'm like, Lord, if you're that concerned, why don't you just build an actual set and make it look like it's outdoors, but it's indoors? Like, if you want to control the lighting and all that shit. I'm just like,
and even like with Jacob, whenever he would be out the door, technically, it would be like that brick wall they kind of like made, and
the
he
alley.
wasn't really like outside or looked
Exactly.
like
I
he
was
was
like,
outside.
And I'm like, yeah, y'all can do like you can give us a nice cookout. Like, oh, I would love to see a cookout. Like a nice family event. Everyone's just kikiing instead of having to do nice little formal parties at the club. I'm like, I'm so sick of the fucking club family functions. I'm over it.
Yeah, or like
It's either
when
the
Chelsea.
club or Uptown or Orphe Jeans. I'm like, can we not have a fucking family function outside? I'm like,
Yeah, or like when Chelsea was a wild child, like why she wasn't throwing an annual Freaknik or something, a block party, something.
something. It's
Like
like y'all can still show all of that, and it'll be still within the guidelines of daytime television. Like, but no, they're doing everything else all the other white soaps are doing, and that's my main issue. I'm like, did y'all forget you're supposed to be like a predominantly black soap? Like, why are you taking all these paths that white soaps have done already? Like, you need to think outside of the box and craft your own path.
just
It's like,
I don't even care if it's like super predictable. I really just want it to be more black. That's all I want.
same.
Just
Like,
remind us that they're niggas. If you could do that.
because like the way y'all, like y'all be having these black people take a backseat in their own damn show. That make no sense to me. I'm like, Shanice needs to be made a regular already. Like, stop playing. Promote her
she,
ass.
she's earned her peach.
Demote the hoe because she's a trollop who's a horrible mom. And get rid of vanilla yogurt as well. Like we don't need her. Like my main issue with Ashy is like I swear they don't know what to do with her character. It's like
Hmm.
they feel that she must be attached to a man all the time.
Or
Like,
Naomi.
yeah, I'm like when she wasn't with Derek, she was crying about Derek. When she wasn't with Derek, when she wasn't with Grayson, she was mad at Grayson. And I'm just like,
Then
you
there's the
know,
Andre thing.
like she could have a storyline that doesn't involve a man, you know. I'm like, it's a possibility. All her storylines have involved men. And I'm just like, why? Does she not have a life outside of being attached to some guy? I'm just like,
And
it's
her
horrible.
character doesn't even seem like that. Like her character seems like she actually could thrive on her own.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I don't know why they keep writing her being like all hung up over some dudes. I'm like, that's just horrible and lazy writing. I'm like, mm-mm. She need to be a strong, independent white woman.
I really and even like fleshing out, the friendship between her and Naomi. I think that would be cool. Like and just them going on that journey together, being besties. Like that's cool too. One thing I found very interesting during my watch slash rewatch of Queen Sugar, the storyline about Micah and his friend and how like he developed a certain kind of intimacy with him, but it wasn't sexual or romantic, and they couldn't define it. I think that was kind of cool, and I get it. Like Naomi and Ashley are women, so that's a little bit harder to explore because we actually are allowed to develop emotional intimacy within our friendships. But I don't know. I think it still would have been cool to see maybe even something like that. I don't know.
But yeah, like more black stuff. And overall, I don't understand why they feel the need to have everyone's best friend be white. I was like, it's
Because
like
that's very realistic for where they at in society.
I'm just
Where they
like
went to
like,
school,
like
how they
Nicole
grew up.
and Danielle, like they should have had some nice black sorority sisters as their best friends, but no.
They
You
probably
got a
wouldn't have matched
fucking
up.
hoe of a realtor and Pamela, who I love. And then, like, they doing the same thing with Naomi. It's like, oh, your best friend is some white girl who cries all the time. It's just like, I'm just like, why? You ain't got no black friends? I'm just like, come on now.
That's realistic though, because and the thing about it is when you're a black person in high society, it's not even like you don't have the choice of making other black friends because there are other black people in high society, but a lot of black people in that realm, they choose white friends on purpose. Like they actively seek them out because it's that whole like trying to be accepted and sitting at a certain table kind of thing. It's very weird.
Extremely.
But that's why I was like, that's very realistic. I will give them that because a lot of black people in a certain tax bracket be doing the same thing.
Overall, just like I want them to show us like them being more casual. Like I'm tired
Hmm.
of them showing Danielle at home sitting around with this fancy ass dress on. like I'm like, come on. I was like, I know she rich and all, but normal people don't sit around their houses wearing fancy dresses and heels while they're just like looking at stuff on a tablet. I was like, show her in some sweats every now and then. I'm like, come on.
They be running errands in stilettos.
It
Like,
kills me. I'm like, this is not realistic. Come on. I was like, even the rich people be outside in their shirts and sweatpants. I was like,
little polo,
yeah, y'all got them
or
constantly wearing this fancy ass clothing, and I'm like, no. I was like, real people don't do that. I was like,
they fancy now. I give them that. Even Anita be so dressed up all the time, and I just be thinking like, oh, that's her personality, But I'm like, does she not own a pair of sweats? I wonder. Like, is she the type? I don't know.
a pair of slippers, something. Like
See that show
I
my
know that
auntie
all
in a
the time.
moo
Like I notice that all the time with the house scenes. Like they're always sitting around in like heels and stuff, and I'm like, obviously, like a real person doesn't sit around their house wearing outside shoes all the time. But it's a show. But I'm like, you could have them wearing slippers, something. Just showing them sitting around with these damn heels all the time. Or like getting into bed with the heels still on. I'm like, come on. I was like, yo, this is too funny. I was like, no. I was like, they could take their heels off at home. It's not a crime to show them barefoot. God forbid. It's not going to ruin my opinion of the character because I see them at home without shoes on their feet.
Or just, like Anita, like she could be walking around in like a moo or like them gowns, them like really cute gowns that older women be walking in. Like that'd be cute. Like they always just ready to hop in the car and go. So yeah, you're right about that. It could be a little more casual.
But I want to see some scenes at Banneker. Like, we're long overdue. Like, they gave us the whole. That's another reason why I have no clue what time we are at in the show. Because they gave us the Deanna scene in her dorm room. And I'm like, I thought school was over. Why are you still at school? I was like, I'm so confused right now. And I'm just like, I was like, huh? I was
Some
like,
people just stay. Like,
this was like, this is like, even like
yeah.
people I know that's in Greek life or whatever, they don't just hang out at their fraternity houses all summer long. They
Yeah,
go home.
like
This
when
was
I
like,
stayed, I was in my own apartment. I never stayed in the dorm over the summer because you weren't allowed to do that.
hmm
So
that's what I'm like, you being in your dorm room over the summer, that's what I'm like, is it not officially summertime? But I thought it was, but maybe it's not. So I'm like, we'll see. And then she's like, oh, Donnell's at the frat house. But I have noticed that we have seen Deanna a lot more recently than we've seen Donnell. I don't know if it's
yeah,
the actor's availability or whatever, but because it was shocking that Deanna was the one to call after the tornado. I was like, Deanna? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I
like
was like,
not the mama's boy.
I was like, not the mama's boy? Wow. I was like, okay then. I was like, that's interesting.
Cause he sure is a mama's boy. He get on my last nerve with that.
He really does. He is such a mama's boy. It's crazy to me. I'm like, dude, like, God, grow a pair. I was like, you keep defending that hoe, and I'm just like, and I'm like, Donnell, do you want to know where your mom was at when she got the call about your dad being dead? Because I will tell you, okay, sir. Like, this one, like, he just came to town and was like way too buddy with Joey, way too fast. I'm like, bro, like, I was like, your father, even though we all know he's alive, but his corpse ain't even cold yet. You kicking back, having your first legal drink, in some back room of a casino with some guy that you just met. I'm just like,
Right.
what? It's like, what the fuck? I was like, mm-mm.
He didn't teach him nothing. Feel like he taught Deanna more than he taught Donnell. But- So, who would you want to put on the docket and why?
The entire time we've been talking, that I knew he was gonna ask that question, so I had to listen in my head, and I've been adding people and removing people the entire time we've been
Oh
talking.
my god.
I was like, take them off the list. Oh God. Well, I got to put Nene on the list. It seems like she's
Mm,
constantly on the docket. She gets on my damn nerve. Like I can't. She's lying about these damn test results. If there was a pregnancy scare, I would want it to be with her because all them booty calls she was having with Rashad, shit. I
yeah.
was like, come on, let me see that pregnancy test. But yeah, no, she needs to explain herself because she's too hypocritical for me right now. It's like judging others. I'm like, girl, you lying too. So shut up. It's like, and like have the consultation with Carlton. Like I don't know if she's gonna have a double mastectomy or whatever she decides she's gonna do, but I'm like, you just like keep acting like you aren't lying yourself, and it's making me mad. It's like very mad. It's just like, oh
Yeah.
god. So I just can't with her. Um, let's see. And then I gotta put Child's Bride on the docket because, like, girl, I need you to make your mind up. Like, you either like Billiam or you hate him. Like, pick a lane. Like, I'm sick of the boob juice. I'm sick of all of this shit. I'm just like, I'm tired of it. Tired. So it's like you need to come explain your actions, and then maybe I can educate you on how to be a better scammer, so how you can properly eliminate somebody. Because the way you going about it, it ain't working. And then well, Martin Richardson. Have a love hate relationship. There's more hate than love, but
Right.
can't stand his ass. I'm like, I don't. You just you get on my nerves too much. Like the sound of your voice irritates my soul. I was like, that's the main reason I want you to come forward to this court so I can just sentence you off to a life out of my face. I was like, out of my face.
Jail.
Yes.
The door.
And then we're gonna throw vanilla yogurt in there as well for the same exact reasons because I cannot with you. All this fake ass crying you did for my best friend was ridiculous.
Right.
It's like fake ass crying, acting like you loved him so dearly. You need to explain your actions, lady, because not it. Yes, that is it.
Okay. So for me, I'm gonna say Danielle first and foremost. Just
You see, I
because
gave up on Danielle, so I ain't even want her to be on the docket. I'm done with her.
I gotta put her away because I just feel like why would you do that? Like, and then you keep showing up to this man office. You just have no sense of decorum, control, nothing like that. And you keep saying, "Oh, I respect my marriage. I respect my marriage," but you just keep revisiting the situation. Like, I feel like you lying. So I'm Danielle for sure. Then Theodore because what was that whole interrogation of Tomas if you just gonna be like, well, if she wants to do it, like what the fuck was that? Like,
I will say, I will appreciate that he was like, well, she makes her own decisions. So in a nutshell, like I can give you my blessing, but that don't mean she gonna say yes. But I don't think
discouragement.
dumbass put it together because he's just like, oh, he's caught up in Delulu land. He honestly thinks that she's gonna say yes, which is why I want ice. Please, writers,
Dwayne,
please, I am
Dwayne.
begging you, have her say no and embarrass the hell out of this clown. Oh my god, that will bring me so much joy. Like, do not go the predictable route of her being saying yes because she was
Just because
surrounded by
she in
her
front of
family
people,
members.
yeah.
No, fuck that. Have her say no and embarrass him. That is what I want to see. I'm like, ah,
Yeah, so definitely Theodore. I just feel like you should have just been like, hell no, because whether or not like we're not in the olden days, right? So it's like whether or not you said no or yes, he still could have did what he wanted, but at least he would have known you wasn't feeling it. So I just feel like you should have expressed how you really felt about it. Like that man slept with both your daughters. He should not even feel comfortable asking you about neither one of them. Like,
that's why I was glad. I will give T-shirt Ted credit for that. When he mentioned the fact that he slept with Eva, I'm like, yes, pull out the receipts because we remember them. So I was like, ooh. And then like he was like, but then he was like, y'all haven't even been dating that long. I was like, sadly, Ted, they've been dating way too damn long. If you ask me, like, this fool should have been sent packing. Like, even like when him and Kat was fighting, like she forgave him way too quickly.
10 seconds.
Like, mm. It's like,
And that's my other problem with her because I don't like the fact that you're so mad about the situation, but you're not mad at everybody. Like you're supposed to be pissed off at everybody involved. You're supposed to be mad at Eva.
exactly.
You're supposed to be mad at Tomas. You're supposed to be mad at Leslie for pushing Eva out. You're supposed to be mad at Tomas's mom for pushing him out. Like, why you ain't getting an abortion, bitch? Like, you supposed to be mad at everybody. Like,
Everybody gets the heat. You can't be selective.
all that selective. I'm just like,
Like y'all all getting the smoke.
and that was another reason why it kind of just reinforced the whole classism thing with her because I'm like, you cannot tell me that your biggest problem with her is Tomas when you with Tomas. It's got to be the fact that Eva reminds you how close you are to niggerhood. But I'm like, if you're gonna be mad at her for that, be mad at your daddy too, because how black is it that he got two families? I'm just saying.
Come on now. Come on.
A very old black narrative. Like a whole different family across town. Girl, they've been doing that since the 50s. Your papa is a rolling stone, okay? Girl. So, yeah, I think for me it's Danielle, it's Theodore. Who else? I feel like I had somebody else. I mean, obviously, still don't like Nessa for how she treats Deanna, but
Oh,
let us slide it.
she's a hoe. Ho!
Yeah. And I think Haley just for not being a good professional. Like,
That's when I'm like, you need to come get educated, girl. It's like I'm gonna educate you on how to properly do what you're supposed to be doing, cause you ain't doing it right, not at all.
like you are not who Young Miami is talking about in the song. I just don't think so.
That's why I see some people online saying they secretly would like it if Haley would agree to team up with Leslie. And I was like,
Yes, I would. I really
I
would.
would love that too. I was like, I don't know why she keeps saying no. I'm like acting like she ain't. It's like, girl, you ain't fooling nobody besides Billiam because he's just a dumbass. Like, I don't know how you ignoring all these red flags. Throw his ass on the docket too.
You know what? Yeah,
It don't make no sense to me.
that's
Like,
just dumb.
it's beyond like the amount of things like that you've ignored at this point is ridiculous. I'm just mm-mm.
I'm sick of it. I'm
I think
so
even
sick
when
of
he was
it.
talking about like their little elevator tryst, and when he had the audacity to be like, "Oh, we made love," I was like, "Ew." I was like, "Whoa, pump the brakes, fam." Y'all did not make love. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
Kind of look
And
good.
then like
That one.
And then their reasoning being like, well, we thought we were gonna die. So because you thought you were gonna die, you decided to hook up. I'm like, no, that's stupid. That reasoning is dumb. Stop lying. I was like, mm-mm. I was like, you guys were in a fucking elevator. You would have been fine. I
You
was
would
like,
have been just fine, even if it would have
you
just
would have been
dropped.
just fine. I'm like, even if the elevator dropped, you would have been fine. Oh, we thought we would never see our family again. So you decided to have sex? I'm just like, that makes no sense. Like, if it was making out, fine. But to go all the way, I was like, I'm sorry. But in a like end of life scenario, that is not on my mind at all.
At all. Like,
Like, what the fuck? Y'all thinking with the wrong parts. I'm like, mm-mm. It's like, let's do it again one last time because we're about to die. I'm like, no. It's just
I'm over
like,
here thinking, like, well, damn, who can we sue? Like,
yeah. I'm
we
just
can get
like,
out. You know?
mm.
Like, I would have been putting together the lawsuit in the elevator. So, well, I think that is it. And my laptop is going dead. So 8%. We started off at 100. I don't understand.
Damn.
I charged it up really good. I think my I think it's full though. I think the storage is full. So I've downloaded so many like different things on it. I have to clear it out, but not today. I'm not in the mood. So, but anyway. Just going to be full another day, babe. But that is the end of today's episode. Thank y'all for watching and listening to the Gatekeepers Court. Thank you, Dwayne, for showing up.
It was a pleasure as always. Once again, I'm gonna put the shout out to the fellow gatekeepers, primarily the OGs. Y'all know who you are. Y'all could come to Gatekeepers Court
Period.
and lay down the law.
Exactly. Because that's what we be doing. So well, all right. I'll see you later.
Okay.